Hey. I'm going to take you into a short intro and then I will be back to get into it because there is a lot to go over and I will be dropping the link. Just give me a second. There is a lot to go over today. A whole bunch.
Home on the highway, home isn't my way. Home I'll never be. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. Time is the essence, time is the season. Time ain't no reason, got no time to show. Time everlasting, time to play these sides. Time ain't on my side, time will never know. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Now I want to tell you what's wrong from what's right. I've seen suns that were freezing and lives that were blue. But I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you.
Alrighty, let me get rid of this. Stop sharing screens. How's everybody doing on this fine, rainy, cold Sunday? It has been raining since in the middle of the night. It was storming so bad this morning. But now it's chilled. It's just getting the temperature's dropping rapidly. Yeah, it's going to be cold as hell in the morning. So glad the kids don't have school. No bus stop in the morning. No freezing my butt off. Anyway, let's say hi to everybody so we can get into this because there's a lot to talk about, peeps. There's always so much going on these damn streets. I swear. Swear. Hey, Whispers. Hey, B-Jim. Hey, Captain Ganja. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Lady V. Darby C. I kind of, figured our core would be here. because it's been a minute. Hey Brittany, hey Steph, hey Wise Mom, Little Horses, Jilly Moon, my famous fit, J Dog. Because it's been a minute, since the Karen Reed trial ended in a hung jury. Um, and a lot of people don't keep up with the shenanigans on Twitter because, it, it's just been, but trials are going to be starting here soon. And yeah, there's just a lot. But I knew it would just be the court, and I'm good with that. But I would have put these B. Or, yeah. Oh, and by the way, just in case, um, Griptum, I did record you last night just to be safe. Yeah, I know. Well, just in case. Hey, Whispers. Hey, B Tim.
Hey.
I, I forgot. I have YouTube
What's
Premium.
up?
I can just download now, right? Even if
Yeah, but no, if they delete it with YouTube Premium, it gets deleted. It downloads it so you can watch it offline, basically. So, like, let's say you don't have Wi-Fi, you can just download something, you can watch it.
Oh
later
shit! So
on.
you mean I still got to record?
Yeah, I think if they get rid of it.
Oh well, I'm glad I recorded it. Because we all know how she likes to hide stuff. But anyway.
Yeah, I know that lady's a bumbling fool.
Yeah, I hear her new excuse is that the power went out.
Sure,
but
but your
her-
phone,
I
but
was
like,
wondering what.
yeah, but like you still have a phone, so you can easily go on your phone, which you use all the time, to
But
jump
if
on
your
immediately.
right, if your power went out, how was your internet and your laptop still on?
Yeah, but also the fact is you can easily use your regular phone because
Okay, yeah.
StreamYard is not that tough to jump on
Mhm.
and say, "Hey guys, my internet's out, my battery's dying. I'm going to shut down the stream and start a new one."
Yeah.
But nope. And also,
Nope.
I have a backup power for my Wi-Fi for about an hour. I would think that she would do the same. So she's full of shit. She's just a liar. We all know
Why
she's
can't
falling.
she use the regular internet?
Well, you can't without power. If you don't have electricity, you can't use your internet.
Well, yeah, but you can use your cell phone data.
Yeah.
True, but I don't think she was on through her cell phone. She was on through her laptop
Yes, but she can hop on
and still
with her
shut it
cell
out.
phone and even just go into the
Yeah.
chat and just say, "Hey, this is Brittany. My internet's
Yeah.
off. Guys, hang in there."
True.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
J
if they had
Dog.
been true friends, they wouldn't have left her, on the thing. They've been like, they were talking to the people in the chat. They were talking to each other.
Well, they
Yeah.
did it again last night. She was busy claimed she was busy doing something else, and they started jumping down.
Sure. I think they're seeing the writing on the wall, but they don't want to really say anything. You catch my drift? They
Yep.
know she's falling asleep, and they don't want to be clipped, sitting on that fucking panel, being the sacrificial lambs for this lady because she doesn't want to admit that she's sleeping on live streams,
Oh, well, yeah, I get that. Okay, I got you.
I didn't listen to much of it because I just recorded it, but what I did hear her you say something about, well, that's why I deleted it because I fell asleep. Now I got to re-listen to it because I could have heard it wrong, but I did hear her say that, but it could have been something, leading to that. Because like I said, I didn't listen. I just recorded it. But yeah, I'm not worried.
Let's be
about it
real.
today,
She's
though.
full of shit. She's
Yeah.
falling asleep on streams. We're not all fucking stupid here. We all know the truth. This lady's falling asleep on live streams, and she doesn't want to admit that there's something off with her. Her friends know there's something off with her because they're jumping off. They're being all secretive. Well, I wouldn't call them friends, but the usual fucking suspects, the blue crews of morons, just don't want to have the balls to tell her, "Hey, ma'am, maybe you should go to a doctor, change your medication, or get some fucking shut-eye or something."
Or maybe just take a break, because if she's not streaming, if she's not on one of her channels, she's on someone's panel or in chats, or she's in these group texts that she talks to people all day long. Maybe just log off and take a break. Maybe that's all.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if she's can financially, to be honest with you, because she looks like, I don't know, does her, she's gonna cry. Oh, we're talking about her family life, but does he work? The significant other?
No.
Well, maybe he should get a job. And
Someone
so she
said
doesn't have
that.
to. I'm sorry, but if your significant other is like literally falling asleep on live streams, and if she is overworking herself for you so to support an entire household, and your fat ass, like his fat, I'm just gonna call him fat ass. I know he's not fat, but your fat ass is fucking basically playing video games in the other room. Your time to work at Mickey D's it's time to go to Mickey D's and get a motherfucking job, because that to me is wild. That you are playing video games, you're in a full grown adult, and your significant other is literally supporting your entire fucking household. That's wild to me, actually. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not too
I
loud
seen
tonight, am I?
nah. I seen one of the times she was asking for money for auto repairs, which had been like the second time in like a couple months, and somebody had posted it because she had it posted, but then she took it down. But there was one of her followers that said, "Well, maybe you and him should consider getting a job." And she said, "Oh well, we're working on that. We've got something," but nothing ever happened. I don't know. Weird.
No.
Oh, he
That's,
doesn't. I mean, like, I don't know. Would you? I mean, like, some people don't want to work.
yeah, but you gotta want things in life. I don't know.
Well, if you're someone who's supporting you, and some people just don't want to work.
When I was that young, I was a workaholic, man.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. Depends on
Because
the
I like to
person.
do things. I wanted to go on vacations, I wanted to, there's things I
Well,
wanted to
they
do.
do. They do just off of other people.
Yeah, well, that's all right. Hey, Lady B. Hey, Holy Roman Empire, Pope Aries. The thirst for adventure is the vent which destiny offers: a war, a crusade, a gold mine. Oh, I want one of them. A new country. Speak the imagination and offer. I want the gold mine. Hey, Straight Talker. Hey, Britt.
Careful what you wish for. It's just like that Twilight Zone episode where like the guy wishes to be young again, travel back in time, and he's like an oral barrel baron in the future, and he thinks that he's gonna have all the like not like all the knowledge ahead of time. But then when he travels back in time, he realizes like, oh shit, they haven't invented the new drilling, so I just bought this useless land, and I don't have the technology to drill into this fucking land.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I don't want that to happen. I want
So
to
be
be able to
careful.
access that damn gold.
Yeah, you gotta have to access the gold. You know what I mean? You'll get the gold mine, but then you'll be like, wait a minute, how do I mine this gold out? Holy.
Hey, Teresa. Hey, Denise Oles. Hey, Voices. My AKA Denise.
Well, sometimes you get the gold mine, but sometimes you get the shaft.
Good point.
Sometimes you get the gold mine, and sometimes she gets the shaft.
I watched that.
The shaft and the shaft you can get. You got the gold mine. I got.
I watch Gold Rush all the time. I've been watching it for years. I've been with Parker since he was a 15-year-old little snot nose that Grandpa handed everything to.
I know. I love Parker.
I mean, his grandpa did hand him everything, but I mean, like he did work his ass off.
Yeah, he does. I give him that. He does. But he's got a really bad attitude. He lets the TV shows get to him. He's had many.
Well, he probably makes more from the TV show than actual gold mining because it's not quite profitable.
Oh no, Parker makes millions in gold mine.
But like, what's his cost?
Yeah, he'll pull in $1 million or $1.5 million season, but a huge percentage of that is just in the equipment and upkeep and
that shit's an expensive. And then
just as fuel bill alone can be close to $1 million.
Yeah, so he could be pulling $2 million, but it depends on what his costs are because it's a very like feast and famine type of business. When I was watching that show, it's like literally like feast and famine.
Oh, and the drama with the gold rush, with the gold diggers. Oh my Lord! Like with the Dietz family right now. Tony's son done took off and went out on his own.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, but there's all Tony and Parker had drama big time over water and stuff. Oh yeah, there's lots of drama in that show.
You know that Wispy's husband knows Tony Dietz.
Oh yeah, Tony would be cool. Tony would be cool.
Oh, he's an asshole. He's an asshole.
Oh, no doubt. He's got so much money in that freaking bank. Hey, J-Fox. Yeah, those people. Yeah, we watch some of the same shows. That's wild. But anyway, So, y'all, I don't know how much y'all keep up. I'm sure y'all are aware of who Karen Reed is. In my opinion, she ran over her man because they were tipsy and fighting. And I believe she put the car in reverse, and I believe she ran over the man.
Well, wait a minute. I mean, what about the plausible belief that basically she was parked there? We're gonna go with that story because she said something differently. He goes in the house. He gets tricked to go down to the basement while Cullen is waiting for him in the basement with another gentleman, and then with Chloe as well. They beat him. They had a fight. Chloe bites him, and then they pick him up. They like beat him up, incapacitate him, and then they pick him up, go through the shutter in the back, go straight to the yard where Karen is at, and Karen doesn't see like two men carrying her unconscious boyfriend, and dumps it right next to her car, and she just drives off back home. And then I think that's more of a plausible belief.
Now, well, here's my problems with that. Wait a minute, let me say I work. Hey, sis, you have been a
way too much.
Hey, Shiloh.
That's their theory.
Listen,
I literally stated their theory. So that's
here's my issue.
And the Tooth Fairy did it would be a lot more plausible.
Hey, Betty.
Hey, P.
Hey, Betty. But here's my issues with that. Okay, number one. Okay, it was snowing. There was a storm. Hey, Patty. Why? Oh, she jumped. She'll come back up. How come there was no trail? Because they would have, where his body was located, they would have. That's a good distance from the front door. There was snow everywhere.
It's clear that the corruption from the police purposely did not find any sort of, they covered it up because they have some sort of secret meeting that they've had that no one knows about, and they covered it up, and that's it. And they also started covering everything up, obviously. Don't you know? It's just like that.
No.
The magnitude it would take, the amount of people that would have needed to be involved, impossible, especially as quickly as they claim. And if all of that is even a little bit true, why did she need the likes of TurtleBoy, aka Aiden, to harass and intimidate the witnesses?
Well, it's clear that she did that because she had to go to the most ethical journalist around. And Aiden Kearney is the most ethical journalist ever around. And he does not use his platform to dox and harass people and also spread lies and misinformation. And he's just like a very brave and ethical journalist that in no way and no form would use his platform to basically attack his enemies and try to destroy their lives. So she went to the most ethical journalist to fight the most corrupt police force ever. Don't you know that?
And I'm the fucking Easter Bunny and Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, I have to disagree with you there because I've actually seen it. And to be honest with you, months ago when I covered I was doing a little bit of coverage on this, and I covered some TurtleBoy. I got threatening messages telling me that I shouldn't go live and talk about TurtleBoy. I didn't even say I went live and talked about TurtleBoy.
I mean, B-Tim got jokes. Absolutely. I'm going to play devil's advocate.
To go to get the girls. It was there, not in the front yard.
You're going to get clipped. Absolutely.
Hey, Angela.
I'm going to play devil's advocate for this
Can
one.
you hear me?
I'm going to argue in the
Petty, I can hear you.
Yeah,
it's okay. You don't have to play devil's advocate. I'm here.
I'll play devil's advocate. I'll definitely fight for the rights of Karen Reed, absolutely, and TurtleBoy. No doubt about it. I'll do that for this
pretending.
one.
They deserve. Everybody deserves a fair trial, 100%. No one should ever be set up. But the things that Aiden has done is despicable. And there needs in my opinion, there needs to be consequences.
I mean, we'll see what happens with that one. That guy has risen about $400,000 in his defense fund. He has got a huge amount of support, like a huge amount of money and support.
Yeah.
And, sometimes if you get enough money, you can actually buy yourself out of a guilty verdict. And
you can. That's true. It's happened. We've seen it happen. How many times? Time and time again.
So we'll see what happens with that one. I personally think he's kind of fucked himself because the problem is, unlike Karen Reed, you know, like as much as people, Karen Reed is not as detestable person as fucking, at least not visibly, as fucking TurtleBoy. And his whole defense is that I am a member of the press, and that since I am a member of the press, I was just, I should not be prosecuted for these crimes and so forth and so on. The issue is that they're probably going to grab his technology and we won't know anything about it. But they got his technology and he has text, and he probably organized a lot of these events via text information. And I think like they're going to have a very uphill battle with his case because they got to, because they're going to be a lot of like, I have a feeling the prosecution's going to try to bring a lot of like past misdeeds of Mr. TurtleBoy. And if I was Mr. TurtleBoy's attorney, I'm not an attorney, but I would say that I would try to exclude all that shit because that would make him look horrible as a person. And that's the last thing you want a jury to basically do. Like Karen Reed, her record's clean. They couldn't really pull anything on her. She had this one event. She's very successful. This one event, obviously. I mean, I think she's guilty, but if you look at her past is pretty clean. I don't think she has any criminal record. They couldn't really pull up on him. But TurtleBoy's got a slew of bad things with his job. I think his criminal records too is clean too, but he has a very, very sketchy online presence. And I don't know if, I think probably if the prosecution might try to bring that in to show a history of what he does in past cases, maybe something like that. With that
they
case.
could, relevant past behaviors.
Yeah, with that case. But I do think it's going to be I think it's probably a harder case for TurtleBoy to not get convicted than I would say Karen Reed, because I think they have his technology, and I think they got everything. And I think like he is not a likable person. And also what he's done is kind of like, he's literally said in the live stream that his goal was to intimidate the witnesses.
Right.
So that's an uphill battle. But Karen Reed, I mean, like, there's people, I mean, like, it depends on what they can get. I think the case for the prosecution is getting stronger and stronger with this new attorney. I feel like this new prosecuting attorney, I forgot his name. He represents Ugly Siegel, whatever, Bugsy V. Siegel or something like that. Whitey Bulger. Thank you for that. I'm just brain fart right there. Well, absolutely no comment on this case from me. Well, you can have a comment. Anyone can have an opinion.
I want to hear people's opinions on it. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, just my opinion. Casey, Marcy, PB and J. Hey, Shiloh. Good to see you. Yeah, I like other people's opinions. Hey,
what are you going to say, Petty? What's your thoughts, Petty?
I'm just going to jump in. I'm going to preface this by saying there's only one person on this panel who knows where my mind is currently at. And I'm hoping that person won't reveal where my mind is currently at, because I'm going to come into this a little bit differently.
I won't say anything.
But I was on the, whatever you want to call it, free Karen Reed side. I fully believe that she is innocent. I don't think she's guilty. I don't think she hit him with a car. And I think the evidence is going to show that.
Okay, but they had all of this evidence in the first trial, and I was involved in that trial. It was a very sad situation for me with Hills, but they showed all their evidence, and it wasn't enough to. I just don't. There's too many questions.
Well, let me ask you, Petty. Let's just break that down a little bit. What's things that lead you to be like you're not sure? Because you can believe someone is guilty, but you can believe that there's not enough evidence to convict them. Is that where you're standing? Or are you more like you think there's corruption or something like that? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts was I was I was made to think differently by somebody who spoke to me about this case very in-depthly, and still does sometimes. And I currently believe that I was in the mind frame of she's completely innocent. She didn't do it at all. I don't know how he got his injuries. I'm not going to speculate on whether he was beat up, bit by a dog, hit over the head with a baseball bat. I don't know any of that. I just know there wasn't enough evidence to convict her, and I think they should have pulled the jury at the end, in my opinion.
That's a very interesting thing I thought about. Like, I personally think the reason why they didn't pull the jury, um, I don't. I mean, I think they were. I think the defense was afraid of pulling the jury, and I think the reason why they were afraid is because um, a lot of their support is like they don't want to show that it got that close because there's rumors that there was 9 jurors or 8 jurors that were willing to convict, that they were really not into the whole dog bite theory, that there was some holdouts obviously, and there were some debates on but that some people there was probably like 3 or 4 jurors that believed her, and it was a pretty close one, and I think that's what they were worried about, because I think, like, honestly, I think a lot of times Karen Reed's people are more concerned about what the media thinks than anything else. So that's what I
That's
think.
possible, but I was under the impression that it was more than 3 or 4 people who thought she was innocent of, not innocent, but they couldn't come to an agreement.
So
I don't
J
know,
Fox
but
says, "Oh, you go."
normally you don't just get mad at your boyfriend, y'all have a fight and you go kill him.
What is it
You know, that's
doing
just not.
anything?
J Fox says why they are hell bent on convicting her, and that raises flags in my mind on why that's the case. I think the reason why they're hell bent on convicting her is because of her shenanigans. Um, they try to do a grand jury on her for witness intimidation, and I think they got the information from TurtleBoy, and I think it is basically, I think if she didn't pull these shenanigans behind the scenes with TurtleBoy, and if she would have got a hung jury, they might have not retried her. They might have been like, we can wait a little bit, we'll gather more evidence and whatnot. I don't know. I think she pissed off a lot of people with her shenanigans of what she did with TurtleBoy. Um, and I think I think they pissed off people. Now, I also think that's why they limited their money the first trial. There was a budget. They didn't want to spend over that budget. I don't know why. They didn't want to hire a dog expert, but now apparently they're throwing the fucking checkbook at this. They're hiring like a very highly trained, highly qualified dog expert to testify it's not dog bites. Much more qualified than that lady.
Does that not throw up red flags for you, though?
Well, you have
actually
to.
trying to put it.
Which raises red
What's
flags?
going on? Why won't it advance?
The fact that they're now throwing the whole entire checkbook at it.
I think it's because they are. It's just like Menendez was. It's just like other trials with hung juries where it gets high profiled. And also the problem is that she did a lot of shenanigans behind the scenes, and it might have pissed off. They might have been like, okay, we're going to now take this very seriously, because she's basically made a lot of allegations against the police. The police saying that there's corruption and stuff like that, and I think the problem is that the I think Karen Reed has a big uphill battle. Her experts, the guy who wrote the Green Report, I think they are trying to get rid of him. I'm not sure if he's going to be allowed in. I have to see, but he was basically admitted he read the data wrong. They have to change the whole system, so that 227 time is not going to be important at all. It's just going to be a dead issue. The dog bite lady just is not going to be able to compete with their expert. And I think she didn't really do too well on the stand. I think even the judge, what she wrote, I mean, like, and also, like, the fact is like, they're hiring, I think, an accident reconstruction person. They're trying to pull more data. They're taking this a lot more seriously, because I think I think they realized they went too soft on her, and they find out about her shenanigans, and now they're like, okay, we're going to go and we're really going to push it, because it became it became an embarrassment, let's just say.
Okay. So on the crash experts that you're saying that they're going to hire, do you think they're going to be better or worse than the ones that Karen Reed had last time?
Well, the ones Karen Reed had was the ARCA, right? The people that the people that were hired by that guy. They're doing a motion to exclude, like they're going to try to get rid of them because they're demanding documents. I was at Rule 17 or something. So
Yeah.
the problem is they're demanding that the defense has not handed over enough information. If they don't hand up all the information when it comes to those experts, they can exclude them. The problem is that they were hired by the FBI, and that the FBI has really all the information. So it puts the defense in a very precarious situation whereby they don't really have all the documents to give. The people that hold all the documents is the FBI that hired them for the grand jury, because and a lot of people are very like iffy about that. So I don't know. They might be excluded. The problem is like I think there's going to be. I think it's
Actually, TB&J, my opinion about this whole case because I used to watch the Glare. I don't hate TurtleBoy either. I dislike what he's done.
I do.
But neither one of them had anything to do with my opinion. I was covering this before and watch it before the Glare was.
Yeah, I mean, I would say no, I wasn't watching before the Glare was. I would say my opinion on this case is based upon, because originally I'm going to tell you what happened. Originally, I heard about this case and I was like, I heard the sketchy things that TurtleBoy was saying, and originally I was like, okay, maybe Karen Reed's innocent, but I don't agree with TurtleBoy harassing people and stuff like that. And then I started looking into the stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, there's some red flags here. She's clear, and then more and more I realized that she, in my opinion, guilty. No, not guilty. Well, in my opinion, she's guilty, but she's not guilty because she hasn't been convicted. So there's an allegation that she's being, but I have an opinion. Just like you have an opinion, some people have an opinion. She's innocent.
And my opinion was brought about by watching the case and the facts. I've never watched the TurtleBoy thing, and I am on a free Karen Reed side. That's where I started on
But you didn't get invited to the party. That's sad.
No, that's the only problem. It's the party thing that gets me.
Hey, Snippet.
And that's the only shenanigan that I can think that you're thinking of about TurtleBoy. Unless you've got anything other than
what
hearsay.
the rolling rallies.
And CJ Fox, that a lot of people think that, but I used to work accident scenes. I've unfortunately been to quite a few.
I've seen about,
and I've also treated dog bites, and I've also treated dog bites from a big German Shepherd.
Well, you could have been hired here.
No, but I'm not an expert. I mean, it was out in the
field.
Well,
she's not an expert. She
wasn't an expert either. And
she wasn't an expert. She just got qualified because she treated bites.
Yeah, well, I had to because, the canine attacked the dude, and, a couple times actually. Or one was just the family shepherd decided to.
So let me see
But they and I researched the photos, and they just didn't look like any dog bites I've ever seen. I've ever treated. Let's put it that way.
I mean, like, if you look at let's separate the TurtleBoy stuff for it. Like, I think that's separate for now, and just focus on the Karen Reed stuff. Okay, so Karen Reed is Petty? What is things that you think lead her to be innocent? Like, what is the evidence that you feel that will exonerate her and then not?
Hey, Sherry.
Okay, so you've got the ARCA guys. That was a massive one for me. You've also got the fact that she was at home when the crash allegedly happened. She was found walking around, or she was heard to be walking around in her garage on her voicemail left to John.
No.
Yeah, I wrong on you. Wait, guys. Yeah, just let her finish. Like, just write down what she's saying and just let her say it, and then we'll talk about it, because I don't want to jump on her. So just state what you're saying.
Oh, no, we're not jumping on nobody. It's an open panel, open conversation.
Oh, bitch, I am jumping all over Petty. I'm going to jump all over her. Absolutely.
I don't mind
her hair, and we're going to roll around in the snow. Yes, we are.
That's fine. I like snow.
Can I play in the snow? I haven't played it in 20-something years.
Snow
I don't want to play in the snow.
Right, so she was found walking around on the garage on the voicemail, allegedly. People could hear her walking around in the garage. The fact that the voicemail was left at the time when he was supposed to have passed away. The amount of corruption in the police service that was hanging around. I held no weight whatsoever on the whole Proctor did this and Proctor did that. That's bullshit. I don't believe any of that. I just think
Sir Duke.
I think it was the fact of the
You
evidence
co-hosting today?
gathering, the evidence that came out, but the one that nailed it for me was the ARCA experts.
Okay, so let's handle that for what's thing. Okay, came home after the crash. You said was one of the points you said.
She was at home at the time of the crash.
That's not the case.
Yeah, she wasn't.
The Celebrate data proved otherwise.
Well, did it? Because
Yeah.
I don't recall that.
Yeah, and also she went like what was it, 24 points something backwards, and she had an abrupt stop, and yeah, she was actually at the location where he stopped moving.
Okay.
Based on the GPS.
Let's just take a look at this snow real quick. If somebody were to have, because we got snow that's falling right now. So if somebody were to walk through that snow and the new snow fell, you're still going to see the tracks and the marks from it.
Mm-hmm.
So how the hell did they get him drug outside without seeing a trail of blood? Because I guarantee if I went and got red food coloring right now, put it on my shoe, and went and walked all over, that snow is going to turn red like a motherfucker out here.
Unless they
yeah,
shoot him.
Oh, someone's stained your I thought your camera was on. Sorry.
Yeah, I had my
You
camera
didn't hit a
on.
garbage can.
I had my camera on showing the snow.
Let me see. Snippet says every defendant deserves a better investigation than the shoddy one. I would agree with you at the beginning of the investigation. It was fucked up. I would say there's certain aspects you definitely could say that there was like in the beginning, but I think towards like a little bit, I would say things I would probably do if I had a time machine and I can, you can change things. Obviously, the solo cups, putting something in plastic was, any sort of blood in plastic is a very bad idea. Mm-hmm. Another bad idea is not separating the people to do separate interviews. Obviously, a bad idea. They should have immediately grabbed Karen Reed and did a separate interview immediately and brought her into the station. I think they should have brought almost everyone to the station. They should have brought Karen Reed. They should have brought everyone in the house, and they should have done separate interviews of everyone to get their statements if they could, or at least, try to, at least an attempt to. I think that they should have, in my opinion, looked, if Karen, the problem is, a lot of people say, well, why didn't they search the house? The issue with is because Karen Reed never really said anything to them about searching the house. Like if Karen Reed screamed, he was in the house at the time, then most likely they would have searched the house because that would be the last place. But I think they were handling it like a car accident situation, snowplow situation, or some sort of situation like that. Or I don't really think they had a grasp of what was going to be the storyline that's going to happen. Also, Petty, also you said voicemail at the time he passed away. Yeah, the problem is like the voicemail, he was at the snow. I don't know if he passed away at the time the voicemails were being left at his thing. I think he died slowly, actually. So the corruption thing, listen, I don't know. I mean, like you can go this, what was it? What was the other case? Was it Sarah Burton? Was it
Can I just say, I say corruption, and I don't necessarily mean corruption. I mean, I do mean corruption because of Proctor, but all the stuff that happens. So you've got the the leaf blower, you've got the solo cups, you've got the shopping bags, you've got all that sort of stuff.
That's not really corruption. That's more like incompetence.
That's what I mean. I didn't necessarily mean corruption, apart from on Proctor's point.
Yeah, like you can argue that they were incompetent because they haven't had a murder investigation. Like someone didn't die in that town like in 20 years. And there's certain aspects of the investigation that you can definitely say to yourself, yeah, that should have been done better here and there. So
one of the big things for me too is if she is truly innocent, why enlist someone like TurtleBoy?
Yeah,
and I know there's going to be proof of that.
Let me just read someone's. Can I read someone's comment? It says, fine.
Sure.
I'll do a little comment. Why the Google search? That was a very large part of the Google search. What happened
wasn't real.
Yeah, what happened is Green misread the data. Okay, and what happened was the person that is the head of Celebrate had to testify that Mr. Green read the data wrong, and that the actual time of the search was 6:23 and 6:24. Actually, it was two experts that came about And then Mr. Green had to actually retract the statement and say, yeah, I must have read the data wrong. So basically the whole 227 thing was Mr. Green fucking up and reading the data wrong. And then what happened was they leaked it to the defense leaked it to TurtleBoy. It became a big thing because obviously people were like, wait a minute, why are you searching a 227 about someone how's long to die in snow? So then that became a big deal. But then the trial happened, and then the Celebrate guys, they had to actually update the system so he wouldn't be able to do that again, misinterpret data again. So the 227 time never happened. It was actually 623 to 624 when Karen Reed was asking, can you look up how long can you takes to die in cold without a jacket or whatnot. She was asking the EMT worker there. She was asking that. So that's why. If that answers your question.
Well, I go back to why did her family give the statement that she hit him and it was an unfortunate accident?
And it could have very well been. It could have been, they were both drunk. Let's be honest. They were out drinking heavy. They were fighting. He got out of the car. It could have very well been an accident. However, leaving the scene and being able to go back there and exactly pinpoint where he's at in the dark after all that snow. Nope, not buying that either.
I'm glad I'm not on the jury.
Yeah, I think Snippet, that's probably why she got a hung jury, because I think the issue is, I would say Alan Jackson was very smart in putting doubt on the accident. I think personally, the whole dog bite theory and all that stuff I don't think the jury actually bought that stuff. I think the jury really kind of I think Alan Jackson doing that cross, I forgot the name of the guy, but the police officer that did the accident reconstruction and doing showing how it's making it very hard for them to imagine and no visual things made it kind of tough for them to imagine that. I also the fact is that, I think that probably was a major factor. And I also think that the medical examiner for the state basically nonchalantly oh, it could be dog bite. It could be anything. You know what I mean? Kind of made people what? What the fuck are you talking about, Lamb? It's what are you doing? I think that was probably why that was an issue. I mean, J. Thanks for clarifying the Google searching. That was weird too. Google would be weird. Of course, if it did happen, I wouldn't be jumping that she was innocent, that she was guilty. I would be why are you searching at 227? Yeah, but basically,
I'm just going to, sorry, B Tim, I'm just going to say this because I've got to go and one of my littles have just woke up poorly. But my mind was firmly changed to, I now believe that Karen Reed is guilty, and that is only based on the evidence that I have been pointed to. And I mean facts of evidence of proper articles, not TurtleBoy and stuff like that. But it was nice talking to you. I wish I could have stayed up here and had the differentiating view, but I'm going to have to drop.
You're welcome back anytime. If we'll be here. Come on back if you can.
I will do.
No, I just think it's bye. I think it's good to have.
See, that's what shows you somebody who watches the evidence, who totally believed in her innocence, totally 100% supported her, but actually didn't care about the TurtleBoy stuff. And I believe Petty didn't, because Petty's honest. She says it like it is. She watched the evidence, and
so let me explain what I think. I'm trying to, because it was a while ago before I explained it. All this. Basically, she was looking up, I think, her sports thing, right? A sports activity at that time. And it was a suspended state. She kind of just closed it, and the search was a suspended state, that Google search at 227. She was looking up. They actually pulled it up in the file, volleyball or something like that, whatever the hell it is, like some sort of team event. And then basically when she went to the site, when she went with Karen Reed, all of them, and Karen Reed screaming to search how long how long can you stay, can you survive in the code, or whatever the exact statement was. And also EMTs kind of support that as well. I think there was multiple people that supported that. She used that same open app, that suspended state Google search, to look that up. And for some reason, it showed in an older, it showed at 227, basically, when Mr. Green looked at it, but he misinterpreted the data and didn't understand that was a suspended state. And basically Celebrate looked it up and figured it out that he misinterpreted the data wrong. I mean, I think that's it. I think I could have explained it better. I'm sorry, but you could probably watch his testimony during the actual trial to celebrate. I think it was Wolfen or something like that, and he explained it pretty well. He actually had a diagram that showed how Mr. Green made a mistake. He made statements afterwards, and he also updated the information, the cell phone, like how to their program, so you wouldn't make the same mistake Mr. Green has made.
Narcoleptic. Actually, yes, there's been things happening in the Karen Reed camp, infighting. Of course, people are going to turn on each other. Hey, Blank Slate. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Fred. Hey, J-Box.
Oh, what's the question you want to ask, Narco? Let me
She
see.
said, over the people that are someone that are overly invested in Karen Reed fans would have a difficult time separating themselves from their parent social relationships with Reed and her team. Like they may even start harassing Karen or have issues maintaining boundaries, and then infighting would ensue.
It's already
Has
happening.
that happened? Yeah,
It's already happening.
Yeah, I'm going to show you some. Yeah, it's already. Yeah.
Because the situation is that there are people that believe Karen Reed's innocent, but there's people that do not like TurtleBoy.
Right.
They feel like he's hijacked the movement for monetary gain, and they don't like that. They feel like for instance, what was that lady that was on the streets? A lot of the people, the Karen Reed people that supported her on the streets, felt like they were being disrespected, that they were not invited to an event. They felt like what their contribution to the cause, their minds, the cause, I'm going to call them using their terms, has been kind of, disrespected, that they should have gotten a little bit more, invited to an event instead of just a bunch of rich people and YouTubers. And I mean, personally, I would have just gotten them all pizzas and said, "Here, let's go to a local pizza, Chuck E. Cheese, me, I don't know, something," and just invite them all over. And just, I think they would have been fucking happy as can be if Karen Reed just said, "Let's go to a pizza place and get your 2 pies and just sit around and eat and have a soda." She didn't have to be fancy with these people.
Right.
But it seems like there's also allegations of Karen Reed's family doing sexual advances against Free Karen Reed people.
Mm-hmm.
And this one lady basically reported it, and TurtleBoy just went after her. It's a bit of a shit show here and there. I mean, there's a lot of people that they might think Karen Reed's innocent, but they just don't like certain aspects. They don't like certain people.
Well, they're going to have to do better than the cops, carried him out, the back way, and, there wouldn't be a blood trail. I'm sorry.
There would have been some type of trail, footprints,
there would have
whatever,
been
something.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, do better.
And
they are doing that.
And there's been proof of harassment to witnesses.
Oh yeah, there's
plenty of proof of that.
Oh, there's video of it.
Right. I do believe, and this is just my theory, that Karen Reed's lawyers have a lot more info. And at the end of the day, if they think in any way it's going to benefit their client, it's all going to come out.
I think that's what
Thank you.
is going to happen with the TurtleBoy trial. I think that's going to be a lot of his text messages are going to become public record. We're going to see them. If they're admitted, they're definitely going to be admitted, and we're going to see interactions. They're going to be kind of shocking to people, I think.
Yeah.
And we're going to see. I mean, like, honestly.
And a lot of people doubt, and I've seen it on Twitter because I screenshot everything I can, or I send it to me on Messenger. I'm trying to put it all in chronological order. There's so much that goes on Twitter with this stuff and all the different people involved. But no, I lost my train of thought. Anyway.
Oh, so Jake Fox asked you a question, Kathy P. Says, with your experience with being a nurse, do you think his injuries match those of being hit by Karen Reed? ? Genuinely curious on your thoughts, and beats him because I know he has his thoughts. So I'm going to let you answer that, you can just answer that question.
Okay. Being a medic out in the field in a couple different states, I have been on a lot of accident scenes. Yes. I do think his injuries can be as a result of being hit by a car. I believe he was backed into, and I believe he was pulled under the car.
I believe I agree with that. I believe his injuries are consistent with being backed into and a
Mhm.
car and like the bumper catching him.
Yeah.
I think the issue is that the defense, shockingly, I mean, they said they spent almost $5 million on this defense.
Exactly.
And
Narcoleptic. I'm sorry,
and,
B Tim. Let
and
me. I've had. I had a scene. An entire family was in a van, and Dad looked like he just had a scratch on his forehead, but he had a
yeah.
closed head injury, and yet yeah, I get that. I'm so sorry.
So shockingly, I'm trying to remember what was my thoughts.
No, thank you.
Oh,
Thank you for the coffee.
what was I? I was in the middle of something. I was trying to say something. I'm trying to remember what was I trying to say. No, I'm lost.
I don't know. Maybe they're
Damn
trying to
it,
figure out if
Tim,
it was
Alzheimer's.
intentional or
All the time
accidental.
because I was like interrupted. Okay,
I'm sorry, but I seen that comment and I wanted to reply. I'm sorry.
Okay, now I got it. So shockingly, like the defense spent almost $5 million, right? They're stating that there was this defense was $5 million. And shockingly, the best expert witness for a dog bite case is this woman who wrote a book maybe 20 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
just helped write a book, and also is not an expert in dog bites. And she just worked as an EM, like in the ER treating dog bite wounds. And to me, that is horrible because if you have that much money, you have Alan Jackson, who is a very good attorney. You have all this money, and you do not have, like, when I first saw the trial and I saw that that was the witness, I was kind of shocked because honestly, this is like a crucial point of your case. This is a very crucial point in your case. This will make or break your case. And another thing that's changed recently is that the prosecution has gone to the state where Chloe's at and gotten teeth molds and actually had their dog expert review it. Probably he's still got to testify they don't match. And that the fact is also that the expert for the defense, that woman never compared the bite marks from Chloe and the new jar marks with John O'Keefe's wounds.
No, she went by what she was told by them,
which is a terrible thing because let's be real. If those bite marks matched, it's open and shut case. You've literally just won the case. You can bring, after that point, you can bring lawsuits against the state. You can easily you do a victory lap. But for your own expert to not review those bite marks, like those moldings from that teeth, or send someone there, and that it was actually the prosecution that did it, to me is a very bad. And this is the best dog bite because you're okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm sorry. I totally choked on my fucking coffee. It went down.
Oh my God, I'm drinking a hot cup of coffee, and I never drink coffee.
I didn't want to keep on talking. I thought you were choking.
I thought I was dying over here for a second. I'm glad.
And not to mention,
it caused me to like take a breath and not continue to choke. Thank you.
Snippet. They tested. They've now sent, the prosecution has sent someone to where Chloe's at. They've gotten teeth molds. And now they have compared, they have their own dog expert and they've compared it. And the dog expert there, so it's not matched, their dog expert. And matter of fact, and the dog expert for the defense hasn't even looked at it. To me, that is going to be a problem. That's going to be a huge problem for the defense.
Yeah. Not to mention a little tidbit too. There was no dog DNA found.
Well, I mean, you heard the whole thing. Remember the whole thing? Remember back then they were like, well, it could have been pig ears because they found swine DNA, something like that. Remember that?
Yeah. I was losing it.
Oh my God.
But they had not, it wasn't like they made everything seem like it all happened because of John's death, like with selling the home. No, it was already, that was already in progress. And the rehoming of the dog, they made it all seem like it was everything that was done because of what happened to John. And that's not true. And I'm sorry, but in my opinion, I don't think it's a big win for them with the dog bite expert being in. I don't think she helps their case at all.
I think you're correct, Jay Fox. I think the head injury was what probably knocked him out, and then he slowly froze to death.
Yeah.
I think he probably hit his head while falling back from being hit by the car, and he hit something hard, knocked him out. And I think Karen Reed's old statement during an interview that is she thought she hit something, she like hit him, and she's made that statement in interviews. And I think she backed up. She probably was very pissed off at him. I think my theory of the case is that she basically was flirting with that. What was that other guy's FBI agent that she was flirting with in those texts that we had to listen awkwardly? Who was like,
Oh, the one that she
yeah,
got him with the weed whacker.
yeah,
the weed whacker. He called a weed whacker. I forgot his name, but he was she was doing like, she was mad at John, and she was doing like, text at him and stuff like that. He was there at the party. She probably did not want to be in the same room with the guy. She got frustrated. I think John was going to go in. She didn't want to go in. She got pissed. She backed in her car in this fit of rage, and that's it. And then she thought it was a light tap. She goes back home. She starts screaming at John because she thinks like John is going to have sex with someone at the party, or John was, because you know how cheaters are, like they will often project,
yeah. Brian Higgins, yes.
Brian
Higgins, thank you, Snippins and Brianna.
She probably felt like he was going to cheat on her because she was trying to cheat on him because she was very jealous. And she probably didn't even know he was out there in the snow. And then I think basically when she sobered up, she realized, like when you kind of sober up or something, she had an epiphany. She's like, oh, fuck, maybe he's out there because he hasn't called me back. And then she starts, I think Heels has always had the theory, and maybe the prosecution is that she came back later on, checked on him, and said, oh, shit, he's out there, or she thinks he's out there, and then proceeded to do a cover up and to get people to find the body with her and everything and all that stuff.
I kind of think that because when she came back with her friends, she knew exactly where he was. No one else could see him.
Yeah, I think that
he's right there in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think she came back to the scene without John's, friends. She went back at the scene. She saw him, and then she went back home and she thought about what she's going to do, how she's going to plan it out. I think that's because I think there's really a chance that she went by there. And I think once she realized he was there, she started thinking about how will I cover this up? And her thoughts were, first I got to have someone with me to find John. So she went and she got those people, and she was pushing the whole theory that she originally said she, bumped her car into something else. She broke her taillight or something like that on something else, she told them. And she also proceeded to talk about snow plows. And I think her original plan was to state that a snow plow hit him.
Yeah. And I do think that's where they were headed with their theory.
I think when she went back there by herself, she saw the snowplow, and that's where that came from. That's been always my own opinion, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's my thoughts on that. I mean, like, you go.
Could it be excited utterance? And really, she was saying, "I did do this, maybe respectfully." The only issue I have with my concern about that, the excited utterance, is she was still intoxicated. Even though she had, sobered up a little bit, she was still intoxicated. Granted, you could tell they're heavy drinkers, by how they were drinking. I think they started fighting when they left that bar and got in the car and headed over to the house. I think there was a disagreement there because I don't think she wanted to go in once she realized who was going to be there.
She said that. She said that she didn't want to go in. Her stomach was starting to bother her.
Yeah.
Her stomach.
I think it was her guilt.
I would love it. I wish someone would jump up if they had to. Could it be excited? Oh yeah, you read that one right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe if he was backed into that possible. You know what's weird to me is that she was offered like a sweetheart deal. Like I think they offered like 2 years, and she would have gotten out before now. She actually would have been out probably in 2024, actually, or sooner. Actually, she would have been out. But yeah,
But
I
if
mean,
they got these molds and everything, and they can prove that those are not dog bites, I don't think she's going to get a mistrial this time or a hung jury.
I think the problem is that the Green's gonna the 227 thing is done. So I mean, and if Green goes up there and embarrasses himself, I feel like that's a wasted op. There's so much credibility you have with a jury. Like you go in there and they you know, and you build up the trust with the jury. And if they go up there
Cheating.
with this,
And cheating. She didn't want to go in there because that dude was in there.
yeah, that dude was there, and
Higgins.
Higgins, and also it's like I think like she thought that John was cheating on her as well.
Mm-hmm.
She was very jealous person. She believed, you know, she's very much was a jealous individual, and
They had a volatile relationship, and you could tell it wasn't good there towards the end. They did have a volatile relationship.
Yeah.
She seems like she would be like that, you know. Period. But and I do think that I don't know the extent of what would have happened with his head injury, but you know, the temperatures did play a significant role in his death, and who knows? Maybe he could have survived him. You know, we'll never know.
I don't know. We'll never know.
Yeah, I think he would have. I think there is a possibility if Karen Reed would have hit him and then she would have gotten out of that car. He would have been okay. Actually, I think he died slowly. I think he died because of the cold, basically being out there that long. That's why it doesn't quite make sense. You know, like for instance, let's say we go into the world of possibilities. Let's say he's in a house, he's attacked by, he's attacked, he hits.
Read this comment, Tim. Can you
Oh,
read
what's
it? I
it?
just highlighted it. Doesn't she have MS and Botox? Does that cause her to seem disinterested rather than her condition? No.
There's an argument people have made, but she often smiles in inappropriate times. I wonder what the hell is going on with, because I don't know, man. She was smiling at the judge. She you know, it could be that, but it she
You know how
seemed a
much
little.
Botox it would take to make somebody not smile?
Right.
Because I mean, it takes the
Yeah,
least amount of muscles in the body to smile.
But
Right.
she was literally smiling at the judge to the point the judge yelled at her. That she said, "Is there anything funny here?"
I think that's just her personality. That's just who she is, in my opinion.
At one point, they
know.
said she was the most happiest murder defendant in the newspaper because she was smiling so much. It was kind of creepy.
Can we take a moment and just appreciate how nice Kathy's new headset sounds?
Oh,
Can
thank
we
you.
just
Thank you.
Yes,
take a
it
moment
is so
and
nice.
appreciate that she doesn't sound like she's coming to us from a Fisher Price telephone in a can?
Hey, it was
Oh
a
my
Fisher
goodness.
Price headset.
I think Sholo, my opinion of the jury, I think a lot of them were split on whether she did it on purpose and whether she just like was an accident. You know what I mean? I think maybe that's why the hung jury happened. I think the prosecution did not, you know, explain the
Dookie doo.
Explain the whole concept, the charges well, and why they were trying to go after her for the higher charges. And I think that's what happened. And I think they felt, you know, I don't think they believed the dog bite theory. And I don't think they believed, I think they thought Proctor was a piece of shit. But they didn't believe he was planting evidence, because the fact is that he was at the Sally Fort while they were collecting evidence from finding it, and there was video of it. And they also got to get an expert to testify about the video and why it's inverted, this prosecution this time as well. I forgot to say that.
Put it in a solo cup.
Put it in a solo cup.
And
you're fine. You go ahead and ask all the questions you want. I like the interaction. You're fine.
Yeah, I prefer. I don't mind like people that just like, if you have an opinion on whether Karen Reed's innocent.
I barely know anything.
Oh, okay. No, but I'm saying like if people have an opinion that Karen, you know, if any questions, welcome. I don't mind answering them. We don't.
Okay, a lot of people don't agree.
Put it in a solo cup. The evidence.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
You're not supposed to, I mean, according to the FBI handbook on collection of evidence, you're not supposed to put DNA evidence in plastic because it's the worst. It just deteriorates it so badly. And the problem is they just fucked up. They really did fuck up.
Yeah.
Well, that's just crazy.
Because had they not, she'd already been convicted.
But even of that, they were still able to get John's DNA off of it.
Yeah, but the fact is that it would never be admissible. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, let's say that was crucial, they would have been thrown out because they would have just pulled out the thing and says, listen, this is the worst form of collection of DNA evidence. Now, the first time when I first heard about the solo cup, I was kind of ignorant on how bad, I'm sorry, how bad it was to basically how bad it would be to have plastic. And then I had to get a book and I had to read it and I was like, oh, yeah. The handbook of crime scene forensics says it's not it's the worst possible thing to do.
They would have been better off putting the blood on the paper bags, to be honest.
They would have been actually, they recommend a cloth, like absorbing it in a cloth, and probably putting it in and doing something like that would have been better.
Okay.
Actually.
After she hit him, wouldn't it have been better for her to call the law and they would have had to prove intent over accident, right?
I think we're never going to really get into the mind of Karen Reed, but I think either she thought that she didn't really hit him that hard to knock him out. She probably thought she had tapped him a little bit. You know how you tap someone with a car a little bit?
Yeah.
And she was
tapped him and knocked him down and he'd get up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's probably what was in her mind at that time.
But what changes it is the fact leaving the scene and leaving him there and not getting him help.
Yeah. I think that's the issue that ups the charge, the cover up. If she would have just said, yeah, I tapped him with the car, she would have been a very sympathetic witness, a sympathetic person.
Yeah, because Brianna says she called her parents at 1 a.m., not the ambulance. There's her state of mind.
Yeah. And that's yeah, she did. She has a bunch of phone calls to her parents at 1. But yeah,
and they were all law enforcement officers anyway, so I'm sure she probably knew that she was on very thin ice.
That's what I mean. For them, that's why I can't go with this theory that all these people were involved in setting up Karen Reed. They are officers. There was easier ways to make it look like an accident than this.
Yeah, I mean, they could have just dumped him in like an abandoned fucking warehouse and said,
or they could have just left him out in the street and said, hey, he left. We were having a party. He left. We didn't know. And somebody hit him.
Yeah.
They didn't have to
throw
go
him on the
through
side
all
of a
this.
highway. Yeah, throw him to the side of a highway and say, well, he was drunk. Or better yet, this is the best thing they could have done. They could have said he went to the, party. He threw a punch at someone. I punched him. He hit his head, got knocked out, and they would have just called the ambulance, and he would have survived. And they would, even if he would have said, "Oh, they beat me up." There's like 10 people that would say, "No, he came in here drunk and he attacked us for some reason."
Easier ways. Hell, they could have took him right outside the house, right up the street from the house, and put him on the road. And hey, he left. We were partying. We were all drunk. They don't know. All they know is he left. He went out to meet his ride, and anybody going up and down that road could have hit him. I mean, there's just so many easier ways than this.
Absolutely. And that's the problem. And I think we're going to see what the defense is going to do. But let me see if there's any questions.
And all the different departments, all the different people that were involved, the more people that are involved in a crime, the higher chances you're getting caught. There's just too many people that is putting their whole life on the line when they didn't even have nothing to do with it. They weren't there. Or even if they were, they didn't have no part in it. It just doesn't make sense to me.
So what do you... Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Sorry.
No. But, and a lot of people don't believe that Karen had anything to do with intimidating witnesses, that she had anything to do with the stuff that Aiden has done. So I'm going to play you a little recording here. And you tell me what you think. You make up your own minds. I'm not trying to make anybody's mind up. But there's some, this is I'll play a little bit of this. BTM, I'm sure you've probably...
I've listened to it. I've seen the text messages, and I know where'd it go?
Oh,
Lord. You still have it on the screen.
Yeah, I see.
And
I see what's going on.
Kathy P, you have someone in the back, by the way.
Let me make sure it's Brit. Let me put the lips on.
Don't show us.
Is that
your
you,
penis.
Brittany?
Hey, yeah, it's
Okay.
me.
You're not gonna show
Oh.
it. Okay, that's Brittany. She's not gonna like flash us. Okay, cool.
No flashing for me. I just
Good.
had a question, and I
Okay.
don't know if y'all know the answer.
The meaning of life? I don't know.
No, not that.
No, but
But
they say babies do and toddlers do.
All right, we're gonna need a baby to answer that question. All right, what's your question, by the way, Brittany?
okay, so wouldn't the snow and the cold, wouldn't that save all the evidence outside, or would that just
No.
ruin it? Because I was always told the cold actually like protects evidence. Is that not true?
Well, I think it was because it was like a no, even though it was like a very, very big snowstorm, and they were worried about evidence blowing away. You know what I mean? And being buried in snow. And I think you're also dealing with very inexperienced law enforcement that were at the scene originally, and they basically, for all intents and purposes, the word would be they were winging it. They haven't had a murder in that town in like 20 years in that area,
Oh, okay.
and they were winging it, and they thought, oh, let's get a snow blower, and blow out that and record it while we blow off this top snow to try to find evidence. Oh, let's get a solo cup because we've never had an actual murder here, and we don't even have cups to collect the evidence. It's like it was that level. And they just, all intents and purposes, what they should have done was secure the scene, made sure to, no one was able to walk through that scene. They probably should have separated each and every one of those people and asked them questions, including Karen Reed. And I think that's the reason why she pretended to be like, she said she wanted to unalive herself. And her father would basically put her into the facility so they wouldn't have a chance to question her before he was able to
Right.
to kind of get her out of that scene. You know what I mean? That whole situation was so that she can avoid being talked to by the cops. And what better way to do that than to, oh, she's going to feel like she's going to unalive herself, and then get her out of that hospital as soon as possible and start building a story and building, knowing what you're going to do. Because at the end of the day, I believe the father of Karen Reed knows exactly what happened. And he's basically fucking doing everything he can and make sure she does not go to jail.
Yeah. I just was confused because I was like, wait, doesn't the snow kind of keep the evidence? Because I've always heard if.
To the left, Brittany. To the left. Can hear you.
A little bit, just a little bit.
To the left.
Sorry,
To the left.
I've always heard that the cold will help you save evidence. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, I know. And someone says it's not. Excuse me, see. I'm sorry, but that is no excuse, in my opinion. They should have been trained to deal with the situation. Should have rise regardless to be law. You know what? I mean, obviously, that would be. I would agree with you. The fact is that there you really can't do anything at this point. In my opinion, if we had time machines, we would do that. I think because of that mistake, it allowed a little bit of reasonable doubt it allowed reasonable doubt for the trial for for a lot of people, because unfortunately they didn't search the house, they did not go in the house, they did not do separate interviews, they did not collect the evidence properly, and they were also and Proctor was having inappropriate conversations about a suspect in the case, and that all muddied the water. And it's unfortunate for Mr. John O'Keefe, because John O'Keefe deserved an actual investigation. He was a police officer, a good police officer, and he deserved a competent investigation.
Yes.
And unfortunately, that's not what he got in the beginning. And later on, it became better, but in the beginning, it was not good. In the beginning, it was at the scene. The first, let's say, 12 hours, they were fuck ups left and right. Putting the solo cups right next to the back of the car and then taking photos in a paper bag, not the smartest move to do.
Yeah. And B. Tim, I have to say that when I first heard about this case and you were calling him TurtleBoy, I was like so confused. Somebody had to tell me that's his YouTube channel. At first, I had no idea who it was.
Yeah, a lot of people did not. His case is a lot tougher, honestly. I mean, I think he's going to be in big trouble. I think there's more evidence lying for him to go to jail than Karen Reed, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, to be completely honest with you. And I think there's less people that are sympathetic to him than her. I mean, I've heard people that have stated that, well, maybe it was an accident and she doesn't deserve to be charged, facing possibly like 20 years in jail, you know, something like that. But him, there is like no sympathy for motherfuckers. Like, there's no sympathy. I mean, there's some people that say, oh, freedom of speech and all that, but you know, even people who are free Karen Reed people, they don't like that motherfucker.
Yeah. So that was my only question.
Okay, I want to get into this video so we can get started here. You're more than welcome to hang with us. Hey, Lucia. Hey, Mama. Hey, everybody coming in. Okay, this is from Masshole Mafia. She does a lot on this case and the TurtleBoy saga, the Karen Reed. And this is the full Jenna Rocco recording, uncut, implicating Karen Reed in witness intimidation.
Well, she's going to argue that she has no knowledge of this, what this person is saying, and she's going to play ignorant. But, you know, allege it. You know what I mean? Like, she's going to say, well, this is Jenna Rocco saying this. This is not me saying this. Jenna Rocco's a liar. So that's probably going to be the statement. But you can play it.
Unacceptably cold outside, so I'm cruising YouTube way more than is healthy today, but trying to make sure I give back to the people entertaining today. Oh, thank you, Narcoleptic Butter Catfish. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, we'll play it and see what happens here.
Going forward. So if I can't be an admin, you can't be an admin. And the only reason why Nick is still on is because he's the creator. Alan was like, well, so
it's bad sound quality.
Bad? All right, I'm going to take it out of here. I'm going to take it. I think I know what's going on here. I'm going to take it out of here and put it directly with YouTube. Why is that open like that? That is the weirdest thing.
You're lucky you're not on like the local podcast. You'd be yelled at by Keemstar. You fucking ruined the show. You ruined the show. The sound quality is.
They can kiss.
We are all learning in progress out here. We are not. You are not Keemstar. I am not Keemstar.
They can kiss my behind, honestly.
You start yelling at. He'll start.
No, I had it loaded, but the sound quality was. It was for some reason it's playing through. It should just be playing from my YouTube, but it's loading in there, and I don't know why.
Look,
and it says there's 7 pages open, but there's not 7 pages open.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you're like that one that couldn't get unmuted last night.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Psycho
I can't. Psycho, that lady with the bell, I was sitting there, I was like, what the hell is going on here? I watched like 10 minutes of it, and I was like, this is boring as fuck. And I left.
Hey, Tim, how you think I'm feeling? I got one crazy lunatic out here fucking dressing like me. I got another one who's threatening to do a cooking show. And then I got some other psycho fucking mom that's using my fucking bell. Like, not one of these motherfuckers is original.
Listen, that is true. You did start the bell thing. I feel like
someone's drinking like you. I really am.
It's still saying 7. I don't have 7 open. Your fuck face.
Would you like to toss to me? I mean,
yeah. Wait a minute. Let's see if this plays. I don't know what's going on. Let's see if this plays.
All right.
Yeah. And he's like, this is extortion. This is blackmail.
Let me back this up so you can know what it's about here. Okay.
Understand what was going on. He was just, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? And then when Nick really explained it, how like if he doesn't get what he wants going forward.
No, it's very bad sound quality.
So like I can't be an admin. You can't be an
admin. Lord, they're gonna have to shut off in the house.
Yeah, addresses, and Nick was like, yeah.
I can play it for you. I can play it for you. Just toss to
blackmail, and he's like,
all right, let me just put the link in the back chat.
I can, put in the back chat. Put it in the back chat. Put it in the back chat.
Come on, Kathy, put it in the back chat.
I'm getting it there. I'm slow.
Put it in the
All right,
back.
I already found it, by the way.
Okay. All right. I'll
Let me
take
just-
mine off because I don't know why it's not. Because they're not even watching YouTube or
Okay,
anything.
I'm ready. I got it.
All right. Thank you, BTM. As always, you're the savior.
Let's see if the sound quality is not terrible on my end. Hopefully.
Well, like he didn't really understand what was going on. He was just like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? And then when Nick really explained it,
How's that? Is it good? I don't want to keep on playing if you guys can't hear it. It's good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good for me.
Yeah.
like if he doesn't get what he wants going forward. So like
Let's explain. This is Rocco. So, and this is Jen right here. Karen Reed, Alan Jackson. So Alan Jackson, Karen Reed, Jen Rocco, and Rocco. I forgot his first name. Now, if you don't know, this guy runs the Facebook group. And what happens is that how he got like rich is that he won the lottery, and he has a hair salon, and he runs like kind of like a lotto system on Facebook, like sweepstakes, and he raises a ton of money for Karen Reed. That's why she's friendly with them. And that he's raised so much money for Karen Reed for her defense. And apparently Jen Rocco is talking to Karen Reed behind the scene. And this is one of the conversations she's talking about with about TurtleBoy and other things. Okay. Does that help explain things? Or I don't know.
Yeah. This is gonna, it implicates Karen in witness tampering.
Intimidation, not tampering.
Right. Intimidation, yeah. Sorry about that.
I can't be an admin, you can't be an admin. And the only reason why Nick is still on is because he's the creator. Alan was like, well, so he has screenshots of Karen giving addresses, and Nick was like, yeah. And he's like, this is extortion, this is blackmail, and he's like, and who's gonna help us? The state, who are we gonna go to? He's like, the state police don't want to do anything. But my thing is, the state police will do anything to lock him up. So if they want to, they'll get him on extortion charges before they try to get Karen Reed on conspiracy of a screenshot of Signal apps. But I can't go around saying he has screenshots of Karen Reed. What I will say is he is claiming to have incriminating evidence. I won't say that. I would say he's threatening to actually go to Brian Tully is what I'll say. Because I don't want people to know that he actually has something. You know what I mean? So I will continue to say he's threatening to go to Brian Tully. But Karen has known this because while he wasn't doing that publicly, he has told Nick, I'm going to Brian Tully. And Nick told Karen. And every time she says, what am I going to do? She's like, I'm not going to back down anymore. I'm being charged for murder. I'm not scared of anybody or anything. Fucking let him. So we'll see what she wants to do now that he wants to post screenshots. Alan was like, just hold off on it until after court tomorrow. He's like, I don't know what he has to the extent of what he has. But the thing is, they already took Karen's phone, and it was from Signal that he has screenshots. And I don't know, he's only sent 2, but he's been sending the same one over and over. So he must not have any more. And it doesn't even have her phone number on it. And he would get locked up for extortion before she would ever get charged with conspiracy to intimidate witnesses. Because the thing is, if she gets a charge, she gets bail revoked. So it's really a sticky situation. But as long as people know, so then now if he's going to come out and say, oh yeah, Jenna's just mad because I said I was going to write a blog about her, I would say fucking write the blog. I'm mad because you are threatening to go to Brian Tully. And if he's like, oh yeah, there's no proof of that, whatever, I'll send screenshots of him saying that because he has said it in text. And even if not, I'll be like,
Someone's asked where's the recorder from. I think this was like a little bit. I think this timing was a little bit during, like, after TurtleBoy was arrested on Christmas and he got out of jail, and Karen Reed was kind of giving him the cold shoulder. Because what happened is that Karen Reed, when he had the bolo out and all that stuff happened, Karen Reed and everyone was kind of avoiding him. because he was red hot. He was red hot. There was heat on him, and he was getting very pissed off of seeing Mr. Nick Rocco, on Court TV and not himself, and also getting very pissed off that he was not getting access to Karen Reed anymore. And so he was making threats to basically blackmail Karen Reed. And I mean, he still made threats on his show, actually. There's a recording of it, like there's one episode one of a 3-part episode or something like that, where he made it that he might blackmail Karen Reed. And I think that's the main reason why Alan Jackson, Yannetti, and Karen Reed are very friendly with TurtleBoy. It's because he has a lot of dirt on them. If he didn't have the dirt, they would fucking kick him to the curb. Straight to the curb. Boom. But TurtleBoy is the type of person that you do not kick to the curb.
Right.
Because he will come after your kids. He will go after you. He will try to destroy your life.
Yeah. And I believe that he has proof that yes, he did do things for them. But yeah, this is from 2 weeks ago. Mass Troll Mafia posted this 2 weeks ago.
But the recording's older than 2 weeks. Obviously.
Right. Yeah.
What a blog about me, fucking write it. Like, write the blog. Nick was telling him the whole phone call, fucking write the blog, dude. He was like, you really care about Karen, Nick? This is about Karen? Then you'll fucking do anything to protect Karen, right? So you wouldn't want me doing this, right? Like, because after he said he was going to do it. And Nick immediately put it on mute and was like, Jenna, I have to fucking call Karen. This is up to her. And I was like, you should have fucking hung up like 10 minutes ago. Before he even said anything. Because number one, when he does that, that's the end of his career. Number two, he could go to jail for it. And number three, it wouldn't be your fault. But truly, the last thing Nick wants is to see Karen in trouble. So he sucked it up and let Michelle fucking Ormond. It could be anybody but her, but I fucking hate her. He let her stay.
Who is on this call with Jen Rocco? Who is she talking to?
I don't know. Because there's no other voice on there. So I don't know who she's talking to. My guess is the person that's recording this call is the other person. I think, I'm not sure.
Or was this a voicemail?
No, this is her conversation.
This is a conversation.
Yeah,
that's why
I think this might be like one of those, like, like you hit Discord or you hit a call and you start talking in the message, like on your phone.
Yeah, you can do that in Signal. In Signal.
So maybe instead of typing it up, she just hits and starts talking, and that's why it sounds like a one-way conversation, because she's just leaving a message in the chat or something like that. I'm not sure. Why do we think the person who released this recording to the person who posted it 2 weeks ago? What prompted? Well, what's prompting it is that Kate is basically wants to show that they kind of knew about. You're going to hear about possibility of the lawyer knowing about. Now, I say the possibilities because this is words from Jen Rocco. This is not words from Karen Reed. So thus, technically, this is not. Karen Reed can always say, well, Jen Rocco's full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing you and I can prove otherwise, because, how are we going to prove she's not full of shit? We need more stuff. So this is what Jen Rocco's saying.
About Karen Reed.
Yeah. Now, Jen Rocco is very much friendly with Karen Reed. You can see in the picture, they raised a bunch of money. So my guess, as I always say, there's many snakes in the fucking social media thing and the YouTube. She probably talked too much to someone and it got leaked, just like anything else. That's why you got to be very careful who you talk to on here. Expect everything you say in private to be live streamed to thousands of people. That's my one key advice. Never think you have a private conversation with anyone behind the scenes, especially if you're planning on doing criminal activity. Just saying. But anywho.
As an admin, and he's keeping everything the way it is for now. He might make him a mod and take Michelle and that other person off. And that wasn't the terms and conditions of his extortion. He said, you're going to take yourself off or I'm going to do this. That was also one of his things. He was saying everything. If you don't listen to everything, then I'm going to do this. Because I'm not doing this because he said he wants to write a blog. About me. I fucking told him to write the fucking blog. And he was telling Nick, control your bitch, control your girl in the background. I'm not talking to her, I'm talking to you. It was a very bad phone call. So he's going to try to say that I'm doing this because I don't want him to write a blog. But I'm going to let everybody know that he's a piece of shit and he's threatening to go to Brian Tully. And we'll see how much people really want to follow him then. We'll see what happens then. Because I don't want to be like Meredith and be stupid and be like, look, guys, he has screenshots of Karen Reed. Like, that's the dumbest thing ever. So just be careful with what you say and remember just that he's claiming that he has, that not even that he has anything. He's claiming to go to Brian Tully. You don't even have to say anything, but just be careful with what you say. Never admit that he has anything, because that's the whole point of this. Don't be like Meredith. Hashtag what about Meredith? Hashtag don't be a Meredith.
Interesting.
Who's Meredith?
Someone else that ratted on people or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
And then,
dang, I went from no comment to not shutting up. Sorry, didn't mean to. It's fine.
We know, we do it too. Then there's now TurtleBoy is charged with what, 18?
18. I think he's actually charged with 19 charges because he has two separate cases.
That's right.
He has two separate witness intimidation cases. He's in a lot of trouble. Actually, he's facing more jail time than Karen Reed if he gets hit with every single one. He's facing over 100 years in jail.
Now, this is one on him. Wait. Oh, and here's another one on Karen. 2 weeks ago. Free Karen Reed supporter proves Karen Reed is engaged in conspiracy and cover-up.
Let me see. I want to see exactly. He has like 14. He has like 14 witness or 13 witness intimidation charges, picketing without a license or something like that. And then the second one, he has like wiretapping, witness intimidation, assault, or something like that. I don't know. He has like a lot. Let me see what there are. He has a lot of charges.
Right.
Too many. So
yeah.
December, the first one is 16 new charges. The charges include 8 counts of witness intimidation, 3 counts of conspiracy to intimidate witness, 5 counts of picketing a witness, a special prosecuting. Okay, so that's one of them. And then the second one, the new charge.
Yeah, isn't Meredith the new replacement for his last girlfriend that just had a RO put against him and he violated it and stuff?
I think so. I'm not sure. I don't know. And then the next one is the new charges since December 23rd. Well, not this one, but last year's is assault, battery, witness intimidation, and charges. So he has two separate court cases. And that's what violated him and made him go to jail for 60 days. When he had the whole Bolo thing. And he also has wiretapping because what he did was he put the phone. This is why you gotta don't self-snitch. He put the phone in his pocket. He secretly recorded the woman that he allegedly assaulted, and then ran to his place, edited the video to make it sound like she gave consent for him to record. And the reason why they know this is because he sent the original version to people in his group, and then those people gave it to Kate, and Kate gave it to the prosecutor. And basically, that's not good. He tried to lie and he tried to say, I don't have the phone or I don't have the original phone. But eventually the prosecutor got the original recording, and it shows that she did not give consent to record, and that fucked him even harder. And this is while he had a bolo out for his arrest.
Yeah, for a couple of days he was trying to hide, huh? I remember that. So we can either watch where a Karen Reed supporter proves Karen is engaged in conspiracy and cover-up next, or we can watch I was charged with a felony. Here's why. TurtleBoy, am I going to jail?
What titles? I'm charged. Yeah.
I was charged with a
the fel-
felony. Here's why.
Probably the first one, but the charge with the felony is because of Kate's being charged with witness
know.
intimidation, which is kind of ironic because
Yeah.
I'll give a synopsis quickly. TurtleBoy went through a bunch of old clips from 2 years ago and found like a bunch of stuff and went to the police. He currently has an restraining order against Kate. Whatever you believe, justified, not justified, whatever. He goes there, he brings the evidence to his local precinct and says, she's doing witness intimidation. This is my proof. They use that, and now they're charging her with witness intimidation. So the guy who's pissed off about being charged with witness intimidation and believing that it's okay to go to people's houses and to bring large number of people to witnesses and businesses and fuck with people in real life is now trying to charge someone for witness intimidation for what they said in a live stream 2 years ago, which is wild to me, and no one's called this out for fucking hypocrisy, but whatever.
If you don't think that he's tried to intimidate witnesses, oh, I have a video for you. Oh, Lord. It shows him. This is... there's a lot. There's a lot with him. There's no shortage to show. But, yeah, so now Kate, who's been reporting on this now, is facing legal issues because of TurtleBoy.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a very uphill battle when you're dealing with a guy like this, because think of him like Betty. Betty is broke. Think of TurtleBoy as a richer version of Betty and a bigger following. Like, that's the truth. And because they're both basically the same personalities. They'll go after your kids. They'll go after fucking with you in real life. They will dox you. They will put your social security out, if they can. They will do that. They will sue you. He is currently suing the person that he's alleged assaulted for $2 million for defamation. And the defamation he's suing her for, I believe, was because of allegations that he, that I don't know if she put them out or was it Grant or someone else, but people have alleged that he arred that woman. And that's for the courts. I don't know. I have not seen any proof. I've heard rumors, and I don't know. If it is a falsehood, then he's got a defamation case. If it is not a falsehood, which, I don't know, we'll see what happens. But he has a $2 million case, lawsuit against her. But TurtleBoy is the type of person who is basically has a bigger following and richer than Betty. And that's what makes him a very particular person to be careful of.
PB has recently been to court and they have dropped his charges. And Ali is also saying there was no assault.
Huh?
Let me see. I gotta see that. I didn't see that.
Are you talking about a different case? Because there's no way those 18 charges got dropped.
No, not the 18. Maybe the other charge got dropped with the assault one. We'll see. I know what happened was, I know the RO was dropped because recently the restraining order was dropped. They went to court. His recent court case, she was pro se. She couldn't get an actual attorney to represent her. So she had to actually go in and let me see if he actually got, let me see. I know that the RO was dropped, but I don't know if the other charges for that other case was dropped. We'll see.
Brianna says that's not exactly true. They didn't indict him for the assault charges. The witness intimidation charges haven't gone anywhere, and the police haven't said anything.
Okay, so they're basically evidence collection on that. Okay.
Right. Well, let me play you guys. This is a real quick little 2-minute video just to give you an idea of some of the things this dude pulled. Hopefully it'll play.
I'm trying to keep him his life back, but Colin Albert, and then, well, how am I? Well, you went in there, you bought pizza off of a scumbag who doesn't pay his bills and whose son and brother were involved in the murder of a Boston police officer. And
back sound quality.
Bad.
Wrong.
Yes. What is going on?
Maybe it's too many people on the panel. I suggest you kick.
No, it's not that.
Kick whispers, kick voices, kick everyone.
But I am going to reload my StreamYard, guys. So can you do this for a minute while I reload?
Sure.
Maybe that's it. All right.
I'll wait here. I'll do what I do best, talk.
All right.
Yes, do what you do best. Talk.
Yes.
If you haven't taken the chance to hit the thumbs up, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up. If you're not a member, go ahead and become a member. We have poolside memberships. Kathy also provides gummies and really soft, fluffy towels. If you've not hit
But
that
we
like
don't have a
button,
cabana boy.
no, we're working on that. If you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, please make sure that you have that bell turned on to all. Thank you for flying with Misfit Air.
Misfit Air.
Kick this person. Get rid of fucking voices. God damn it, voices.
Okay.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
Just the
the first
weather.
time today that I've heard that, honestly.
Yeah, the weather's really crappy here, so
It's cold here.
it's been storming all day, so that could have something to do with it too. I'll try it one more time. I reset everything. I checked everything. There's nothing else I can do. If it plays, if it don't.
I don't know. That was awfully quick.
Yeah.
I let John O'Keefe from his life back by calling Albert, and then, well, how am I a lowlife? You went in there, you bought pizza off of a scumbag who doesn't pay his bills.
I can play it for you.
Okay. You want me to
Just
drop
bust-
the link?
Yeah, drop it. I'll play it. No problem.
Thank you, VTM. I don't know what it has to be because of the weather, because I reset everything.
Maybe you're cursed.
I might be.
Cursed.
And nobody's using the internet,
Don't
watching
say she's
anything on the
cursed.
internet. So,
Cursed.
and there's even worse videos than this. There's one where he followed the mother to a school event, to a school sporting event, and harassed her there. It went to people's houses, called the DA. I mean, it's just endless. This is just a
Oh my
there you
goodness.
go, VTM.
I didn't think this bag could be worth it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
he's done some really gross shit, to people.
I mean, that's the problem. It's like he's done this. But anyway, I'll play. I got it in the back.
Okay.
All right, I'll play it.
You have Ellie in the house, right? She knows it.
And Ellie was.
What's up?
And Ellie was.
Yes, he was. Exactly. Thank you. She agrees with me. They're calling out.
I don't agree with you at all.
So why did Brian Albert's grand jury minutes say he was there?
Oh my God. Get away.
I like John O'Keefe for like his life back, but Colin Albert and
That's a low life.
what? How am I a low life? You went in there and you bought pizza off of a scumbag who doesn't pay his bills and whose son and brother were involved in the murder of a Boston police officer. And I'm the scumbag? Wrong. Walk of shame. Come on, Tim Albert. You made that meme. Nobody messes with your family, right? Well, I'm messing with your family, Tim. What are you going to do about it, huh? What are you going to do about it, son? Fredo? Nothing. Because you know and I know that Colin was in the house. He was there. It's just a fact. It's just a fact, folks. Is Chris here?
Fuck you, pussy.
What?
Fuck you.
What do you mean, fuck me?
Fuck you.
Why are you
Fuck
saying?
you, TurtleBoy. You're a bully. You guys are bullies with cameras.
How are we
Bully
bullies?
with a fucking camera. You're a liar.
Who are you? He's so angry. Why?
Fuck your mother every night.
Whoa,
Whoa, yeah. Fuck you.
that's so rude.
Now, mind you, they went after this teenage boy, Colin, like no other.
Oh, it
He
says
was in
here,
high
real-
school.
It says here, real life perspective of how much room she had. Had she not needed to accidentally break her taillight so they wouldn't think she did it onto John. And then it says Karen's SUV shown in the footage. Right here is the arrow pointed. Ring cam released by defense. Her arrived and magically gone from ring. And you notice, like, obviously she's kind of pulling into the car for some reason. And even if she did hit that back of that car, it would have been bumper to bumper, not taillight to that. And why not just back up straight all the way to the fence and then turn your wheel left? Maybe because she needed a reason for a broken taillight. So people wouldn't think she did it earlier hitting John. I remember this earlier on, that people used to argue that taillight was not broken. And then suddenly, like afterwards, and Heels was the one that I think it was it was like hillbilly something.
Yeah.
He made the video showing the taillight was broken and explained it. And people doubted that. People were like, no, that taillight's not broken. It's not broken at all. And then suddenly when the video came out in the trial, suddenly everyone's like, oh, my taillight broke during that. I was like, shit. I was arguing with people for fucking 6 months. 6 months that it broke. It was broken at that. It was broken. And it was like, I don't believe it broke during this, but it was broken because you could clearly see it. But then people were like, oh, see, you can clearly tell it's broken. I sat there. I was like, the fuck? And then no one says that they're wrong. Like, oh, well, B-Tim was absolutely right.
When we were looking at that video that dude made, I think it was me, you, Heels. Wasn't you there, Voices?
Yeah, Hillbilly was the guy that made the video.
Right. You could definitely tell that was already broken when she hit John's car.
All right, let's keep on playing.
Start asking these people some relevant questions about what happened that night, because these guys are gonna squeal, man. You just gotta ask one of them. Colin was inside the house. Colin was, you're a loser. I'm not a loser. I am not a loser. I am not a loser.
Like, why would you scream that? I'm not a loser. I'm not a loser. Sir, I think when thou protestest most is what they would say. Like, I don't know, sir. I think if you're on the road screaming, I am not a loser, when someone calls you a loser, it's not a good sign. I am not a loser.
You're a loser. You're a loser. Bunch of losers. Jill Daniels is a loser. I'm not a loser. I'm a winner. I'm an award-winning journalist.
Okie dokie.
Narcoleptic, this isn't even the worst he's done. He went after a kid in high school and dismantled his life.
He also posted their social security numbers on his blog, their addresses. He also went to a game, lacrosse game, to harass, like the kids' lacrosse game, to harass the mother there.
And he did. We got video of it. I've showed it.
He recorded he went to the bathroom while a detective was taking a piss. And then basically like was filming inside the bathroom, talking to the detective while you know. All right, that's the one. That's it for that one. It's 2 minutes long.
I just wanted to give them an idea of that's nothing compared. That's actually
it was a blog award. I think it was like one of those blog awards for journalism. It's not really like,
hey Bumpy, good to see you.
It's not really an award if you catch my drift.
Right.
Yeah.
I am not a loser. Whenever you get mad at me, Kathy P, I'm going to be like, I am not a loser, Kathy P.
A loser.
You're a loser. I'm a winner. Kathy P, I'm a winner.
You're a loser.
I'm a winner.
I'm not good with accents.
I'm an award-winning journalist.
You're a clown, dude.
You
ran from your teaching job because you knew. Yeah, no. Sorry, I know. But you know what? I think the reason I'm watching, because I really don't give two shits about TurtleBoy, but the reason I'm watching it is because he's never stopped. He's not stopped his crazy behavior. Not at all.
Well, he can't stop. If he stops, he needs the money. I mean, like, you think $400,000 is a lot of money. I mean, it is a lot of money. I'm not going to shit and say that's like chump change. But when you are dealing with hiring 2 attorneys to fight, these type of court cases for witness intimidation and also like protective hearings and also like that, to me, you will burn through $400,000. He probably burned through $100,000 easily. I think that money's gone. I think he's probably like, I wouldn't be shocked if he spent all $400,000. It is cheap. It is chump change for the type of case they're fighting against. So, yeah, man, he needs to keep it up. He needs to keep on making money. It's just that simple. If he doesn't make the money, it's going to be gone.
Oh my God. Did you ever watch introducing the mentally retarded educational film, 1964? That was about 8 months ago.
Mentally retarded?
Retarded educational film. That's old Mafia did it. It was like 8 months ago.
No.
Kathy B, you're a loser.
I
don't know
am.
You're a loser. I'm a winner.
I'm stuck on these damn TurtleBoy streets.
We don't go to that side of TikTok. TikTok. Oh my God.
Well, I could be professional and I could be above board.
There's a lot, man. There's just so much.
I
It's
don't go to that side of YouTube.
yeah.
Yeah, he gets a lot of views though. He has a lot
Yeah.
of fucking support. Like
He does. And they'll come after you, man, if we're talking. Oh yeah. That's why I put it on subscribers only. Because I know
Yeah,
from the
thank
last
God.
time I did it, oh hell no, there were so many trolls in my mods couldn't even keep up.
I mean, yeah. Me personally, I kind of hope for a TurtleBoy person to jump on panel and have a discussion because it actually would be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's just me. I'm kind of a masochist. I kind of like.
I think so.
So
You
I
are.
I got so many hate emails
Mhm.
after I restreamed the day that Elise and them went down to counter protest.
Mhm.
I got
Oh.
hate email after hate
Mhm.
email after hate email.
I don't have my
They do,
email
man. They
up.
come
I
at
don't
you
think.
full force.
bro, I don't give anyone my email. The only person I have, no one knows my email.
Well, it's the
so.
burner. It's that
Yeah, it's
email
my
only
channel
goes to my
email.
YouTube. It's my channel email. It's not my personal by any means.
If you were smart voices, you should have made that into a fucking live stream video and just read through the hate emails. Just laughed.
Oh, I've still got them. I still could.
You should.
Oh man, I
I
can't tell
should
you how
have.
many times I was told to jump off a bridge. I mean, a lot of it I actually can't read. A lot of it because of what exactly how vulgar and how vicious it was.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Like,
I was
if
told straight up to off myself and end my life because I was a waste of skin. Straight
yeah,
up.
Yeah,
and
I
that's
was told not to talk about him because I had kids and they needed their mother.
yeah, like yeah, there's a lot of people that he goes at. Like, there's a lot. Like
Mhm.
seriously, you know, and the thing is like this type of guy. Like Kate's going through a lot. I mean, like I think like this is the type of guy. He's not. He's not. You got to be very careful with a guy like this.
Mhm.
Really careful with a guy.
Hey,
like
you know what? She is someone who will stand strong and stand tall.
Yeah.
And he didn't expect that.
Yeah. I mean, you really don't want like this guy to know anything about your real life because there is no line with this guy that he will not cross.
Nope.
He will cross every line and he will go after your life completely and utterly.
And I do think that there's going to be civil suits flying.
Oh, there's already a civil suit. Karen Reed's being sued.
Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about with TurtleBoy.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get fucking sued to oblivion.
Yeah.
I have no doubts about that. To be honest with you, I don't know if they're waiting until after, you know, because usually you want to wait. You have, you know, personally, I'm kind of shocked they haven't started suing him recently. But maybe the family is just too busy with Karen Reed. They kind of want to go after her more than him right now. Personally, I would sue him too, and I think they have like an open and shut case for defamation against that motherfucker.
Wait a minute. Is this the point where I say I like my life and I would never hurt myself?
No, not like that. Like this guy, if he knows who you are, he will dox you. He will tell about your family. He will pull up your criminal record. He will go after your kids.
He will go after every aspect of your life and have no shame doing it.
Yeah.
And nope.
He should
Yeah,
date
like
Betty.
And he has all kinds of supporters that'll do just about anything he asks them to do.
He's a Betty if Betty had money and a following, like a bigger following. Like he can get like sometimes he can get like 5,000 to 6,000 people in his chat. So he is basically, and he wasn't always like this. This whole Karen Reed case built him up. This whole case was the only reason why, like, he was getting okay numbers, you know, like, you know, 1,200 or something like that. But this Karen Reed case blew him up, like literally blew up his channel. And it's made him have a lot of people follow him, and he, you know, it's got him a lot of money. He's made him a lot of money.
It made him a very big troll, and yeah, everything else to go along with it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a BHB if BHB had larger numbers and money and wasn't as incompetent when it
And
came to the law.
testicles.
And
And
testicles.
testicles.
Because, like, personally, I think, like, the $2 million lawsuit is just a form of intimidation against the person that he allegedly assaulted or that was not been charged yet. And I just think he's, he's definitely one you got to be careful of. And if you do comment on him, make sure you are very careful of your wording so he doesn't have anything to go after you with. And also make sure your social media is fucking locked out. Like he doesn't know anything about your families or anything. You know what I mean? Because this guy will definitely go after your family. No doubt about it. I don't think he's going to go after this stream, but like if you're like a Kate or something like that, he will go after you for 100%. And like it's so bad. The woman that that was his ex that he allegedly assaulted. She can't even get a job. She used to be a nurse and now she can't work because he keeps on fucking with her jobs. And that's what he does. Now, personally, me, I think he plays with fire a little bit too much. I think when you go after people's work and their families, you're going to meet the right one day that's going to have nothing to lose. And I'm telling you, you don't want to push someone towards the edge of the abyss because you don't know what the fuck's going to happen with them.
And look at what he did to that teenager. He didn't care that it was a kid in high school.
Yeah.
He didn't give two shits.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I say like TurtleBoy is taking a big risk because there's some people you push to that degree where you try to ruin their life and they might just say, fuck it. And they might come after you. And that happens. That happens a lot in the world.
So what, the trial starts what, in April? Is it April?
Yeah. If it doesn't get postponed, I think they're gonna try to. They're having a hearing to get the Rule 17 to try to get the ARCA people out to see if they're because basically they're saying like the defense doesn't haven't submitted all the paperwork. But the problem is I don't think the defense has all the paperwork because the FBI hired them. So I don't think the defense can actually comply with Rule 17 because they don't have all the information, and thus that's going to be a situation where they might be excluded as witnesses because of that.
Oh man. Well, if anything comes out of this, at least police departments will learn how not to run an accident scene. I mean, at the time they didn't know what they had, but they also didn't secure the accident scene either for the accident. I hope John deserves justice. It's not his fault that they screwed the scene up or they screwed getting reports to the right people. You know what I mean? It's like,
it's kind of sad because honestly, I think if they would have tightened up all that stuff, I think there would have been less. I think the 227 time would have been a problem anyway, and people would have been harassed. But if they would have done the proper, I don't think there would have been a mistrial.
No, there wouldn't. I don't believe there would have been. And I'm just hoping that this time around they got their shit better together, and I think one of the things also the DA in charge, that was trying the case, in charge of the case, the special prosecutor or whatever, he was very ill. I don't know if that played a part in anything either.
Well, Shillo, I agree with you, but I have a habit of not admitting to what I would possibly do to people if they mess with me. I believe in not self-snitching on live streams. So
yeah, I hear you. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Thank you for giving
that
the
way,
membership.
if I don't know, I don't know anything.
Be careful of me when I'm really quiet. If I'm really, really quiet, then you've gone. See, it's like that's gonna be the tell if I'm really quiet. So I don't self-snitch. I will not say if something happens and someone crosses that line, I'm gonna be radio motherfucking silent. You're not gonna hear a word, and that's it. And you'll never know.
Yeah,
that's how it goes.
Well, okay, y'all. last night Brittany did her, back-to-back lives, of course.
Yep.
Oh shit.
And towards the end of the second one, they claimed she had to leave. She was helping a family member or whatever. And, it took forever coming back, so they started dropping. But on this live, on her her second channel, which reminds me, I am going to get my second channel up and running. Oh, thank you,
Oh.
Patricia. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Just to have a backup channel. I did it, but never loaded anything. Anyway, I don't know. Y'all want to have some fun with this, or you want to keep going? I know y'all got to be about bettied out.
I mean, I think like Brittany's fine. It's up to you, but I think the audience can decide. Like if they want to do Brittany, or they want to continue on seeing more videos of Mr. TurtleBoy harassing people.
Hug coming up. Hug coming out, J-Fox.
I don't care. Quite frankly, I'd rather laugh at dumbass Griffney, but
yeah. So I think Griffney is probably because I kind of want. I haven't seen. I don't watch her.
But so if it doesn't play, I have it recorded so I can just play the audio. And if she decides to take it down like she does when someone's reviewing her, I got it recorded, Britt. Wait a minute. Why don't I just play it on my downloads instead of this way?
Yeah, we'll try that.
Paying for premium. That might play better.
Well, either way, you won't have to suffer through the horrible fucking ads forever now. It's something that Brittany doesn't even do, and Brittany makes like $5,000.
Oh, she makes a hell of a lot more than I do. I'll keep it
why
as
do
long
we
as I
have to
can.
watch her ads?
You don't have to watch her ads anymore.
No.
Yeah, no. Hey. Well, it looks like she would pay for, looks like Grifton would pay for our premium.
She doesn't give a fuck about her fans. She will let them sit right through the fucking.
Well, where the hell is it? I downloaded it. Why ain't it showing? I don't want smart downloads. I don't want you to download shit for me.
Oh shit.
I downloaded it, but it didn't download. That's okay. I'll play it the way I was. Oh well. Bum me out. Now I gotta do it that way.
I'm gonna be the Keem side. I can't believe you ruined the stream. You ruined the stream. We're gonna talk about 2 hours about you fucking up the audio.
Hey, I'm pissed. I'm now paying for goddamn YouTube Premium. It better damn work. I downloaded it.
That's it, Kathy. You're gonna have to go shave your eyebrows.
Shave your eyebrows, Kathy. Shave your eyebrows. No, we're gonna shave.
Oh my goodness, Kathy! Don't shave your eyebrows, please.
Oh, why? They're so bushy.
That's what they made Becky do when she fucked up the stream. She had to.
Did she really do it?
Yeah.
She did for what?
No, she didn't really do it. Her eyebrows are back, Tim. Eyebrows don't normally grow.
How do you know that's like?
Oh, they grow back. I know people that damn near take them completely off instead of just waxing or something. Yeah.
How do you know they're not fake eyebrows?
Yeah, but not that quickly.
You can just glue on new. You can just glue on new eyebrows.
Glue on new eyebrows. Okay.
Why the hell are you buffering?
Has gone.
It's not okay. I'm not playing the first 15 minutes almost.
Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? Where she has ads in her fucking video? Brittany.
Well, she's playing this video of Candace, the chick that used to be in Full House. Candace, what's her name?
Cameron Burr.
Cameron, yeah, Cameron. And I guess she's putting it. She's telling people that that's kind of like what happens to Brittany. She's comparing what Candace Burr has been through.
Christian. And no, it is not anything to compare. Brittany has no right to compare herself
that's
Cameron Burr.
She spends the first.
Was a child actress. Brittany is a fucking YouTuber who chose to be out here.
But she's using it because she's a Christian, and this is the harassment and the bullying she gets. I'm like, you're not famous. You haven't been famous your whole life. And she's an extreme Christian. You could never hold a can. Sorry, but it is what it is, Brittany. You are not an extreme Christian like her. Not even close. But yeah, that's why I'm not playing it, because it's a long thing about her telling about, you know. Anyway, I'd rather just play. I don't know if this isn't going to play good. I'll just play the audio.
Ever called you to pray for someone that it literally hurt you coming out?
I don't recall anyone right now because I probably
She is a
blocked
very
them from my
good-looking
mind.
woman, though.
But people all the time on my.
I'm currently.
I'm gonna cough. But I'm sorry if I confused anybody, but I wanted to start out with that message because that's where I'm at right now. My very close friend Maud Yvette sent me that the other day, and I have watched it like 2 or 3 times already. That coupled with a few things that are going on in my life, you know, losing my uncle, my aunt getting sick, which I got an update on her too. I want to do this stream tonight for 2 reasons. For one is because I don't even know how to say this, because I'm not going to I'm so sick of saying that I'm going to do things and then something happens and I fall through. So I'm not going to say that I'm not going to address things in the future. But moving forward, I plan on doing things a very, very, very different way, because for myself and for everybody else too, I'm incredibly over how things are going. And if people want to analyze everything I do, watch everything I do.
Okay. How many times have we heard this now?
Well, her channel is based upon analyzing what everyone does for a true crime case, including Chris and Katie, and she's analyzed almost everything about their lives. She's done that with Kylie Rodney. She's done that with Granny's Watching. She does drama streams. So it's kind of like, lady, you analyze everything other people do all the time. So not sure.
And she's made this speech many times.
I'm just waiting to see what's going to change. First, not falling asleep would be good.
Yeah.
Maybe take a cat nap, you know, before you're live or something. I don't know. My Sir Duke's sitting here saying, yeah, I need a cat nap, huh, Sir Duke? All right.
Break me apart in every way. They're probably going to do it anyway.
What you doing, Dookie Doo?
What am I going to do? Make myself sick worrying about it? Let them. What
you do?
Let them. Sleuth Mom, thank you so much. She says, sorry for your loss. Prayers for your aunt. I appreciate that.
Let's move on.
I actually started to come into your. I'll catch you when you're live. I hope you've been doing to go in order. I don't want to be all over the place. So let's start out with hi.
You know, I have
welcome.
my headset.
Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are this is the backup channel, so it's more than you know. The more people we can get, click the thumbs up. Where are we at? I just have to say this. Those that end up leaving and being bitter are the ones that love bomb Brit. Creators have lives. And I will say, I think you're right. All to end up leaving me and treating me the worst are absolutely the ones that seemingly love bomb. It's the ones that always tell me that they love me more than anything. I'm like their daughter. I can't tell you like how many people have told me I'm like their daughter, how much they love me, and then they end up like
Poor victim. What about what you do to them? I
guess what about you basically being
Sir
okay?
Duke.
Yeah, Sir Duke. Sir Duke, stop sleeping.
No, he's trying to get my headset.
Oh shit, Sir Duke, no. What about the fact that you're okay welcoming people that are backstabbing other content creators because they basically they're cool? You know, you're like, I'm Jones and you're cool with me. You're You don't like Queen Bee? You're welcome here. It's like, yeah, practice what you preach, ma'am. Again, if you don't like that being done to you and people backstabbing you, then you shouldn't probably be welcoming people that backstab others. You know what I mean? I'd probably have a little bit of respect for you if you said fuck off to those people, actually. But that's just my opinion.
You're a bad kitty cat.
Jesus Christ, that cat talks a lot.
He's a bad kitty cat. He's sitting here. He does not. He's trying to get me to just like check on out. Cause okay, let's listen to her. Okay, you
turning against me and doing the most. Yes, we are at 5,700. I'm going to give y'all an exact number.
Who cares? I don't.
Or 6,000. That thumbs up. Let me hold on, guys. I'm going to guys can let's.
It takes her a while
What's
to
that?
get
Summer
into it.
isms. What are they telling me? So we'll tell you. I never realized.
Hello.
I never realized how many people can just
get it out.
Say one thing and do the complete opposite. But it is what it is.
Okay, we're gonna fast forward because it takes you forever to get into
Is
this.
it like more mods leaving her or something?
Oops.
What's going on? Here?
Yeah, well, she just booted Eddie because she was pissed that Jay for Justice went up on Eddie's panel, and Eddie went into Jay's chat and promoted his damn own channel. Didn't say shit about Brittany.
I mean, personally,
and she turned on Eddie.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I was in that position, I would have been like jumping on that fucking panel. I'd be like, "Yo, drop the fucking link."
Oh, she won't let you up. I know that one night I went in there.
I'm talking about like if Brittany had a problem with Jay on the panel, right?
Yeah.
She should have jumped the fuck up. She should have been drop the link, Eddie.
Yeah, she was in chat telling Eddie, that's Jay, but she never went out.
Yeah, drop the link, man. And then confronted her and be like, Eddie, this lady gives me a lot of shit. I don't like this lady. Why is she up on this panel? Like that type of stuff, man. But you sit in the bottom and you're just like, okay, well, whatever. It's like, bro, you're the one that should have jumped up and said something.
Yep.
Or it could have been your golden opportunity to confront her. You could have been like the fucking Kool-Aid man and jumped right in. Smashed right through that fucking panel.
And honestly, what she got from what I see.
Sorry. I couldn't help it. I lost my shit for a second. Sorry about that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you loser.
And then you could have fucking confronted Jay and be like, yo, I'm here. You talk a lot of shit about me, Jay. It's time to fucking pay the piper their due and just do something like that.
I've never seen anybody confront her. I don't think so. Or her come up and confront anybody.
She does it.
She came up on Granny's once when I was in there. It was a waste of effort.
Like,
yeah, she mostly sounds whiny. I do remember that. Yeah.
Like I would have jumped. I would have been like, let me up, bro, Eddie. Let me up.
Yep. Yeah, and from what I seen of it, now I didn't see it all, but from what I seen of it, they weren't even talking about Brittany. Was Jay trolling them, having some fun? Yeah, probably. She was there under another name, but I didn't hear. I don't know what happened after I left. Apparently, or before I got there, because when Brittany came into chat, he seen her and he kicked Jay. So I don't know what could have been said prior to that. But when I got there, I didn't hear anything bad said about Brittany. So she was just bent out of shape because she thought she could control him. And also, she let something out of the bag that a lot of people didn't pay attention to. But she had said that Eddie reached out to her because of a situation involving one of her biggest donors, Ben. She never responded back to Eddie. She blew it off. But yet he's such a good friend. But she blew it off because it involved Ben, one of her biggest donors. Now, who do you think she's going to go with? She's going to blow her so-called friend off because she's going to protect that big donor. take his side. That's my take on it. Anyway, and that's what started to, because that happened a couple right before this where Jay trolled him and then he went into Jay's chat and he did not talk about Brittany in Jay's chat. He was promoting himself. It was funny. People were asking him shit, but I honestly didn't see him respond to anything. And he could have, after I left, but I don't think so because at that point, I don't even think he was there anymore. But yeah, it's just crazy. A total overreaction. And she just wanted to try to get ahead of it in case Eddie let out some of her secrets, Like we need to know. But just watch you.
The thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
This.
Come on now, get into it.
All right. All right. Have you clicked that thumbs up?
Oh,
Yep.
Lord, again.
All right. And then secondly, wait a minute. I think we already got a membership gift. We did. Get Locker just gifted a thank you. It's another thing. I'm gonna ask a favor. If anyone has a little extra change to spare and you haven't already, would you consider becoming a member on this channel? It's greatly appreciated. We are trying to grow over here on the second channel. I am trying to go live a little more.
Now, she's been doing this
if you
now
guys haven't
for,
noticed, I've been trying to get
10, 12 minutes? She's been at this? Okay. You only need to ask people one time about your memberships. You don't need to talk about it for 12 fucking minutes.
a couple more streams in.
You're going to get a couple more streams
I do plan
in?
on changing the content on this channel. In the very near future, I'm going to be talking about other things besides my feelings about this community or, using it as a channel to respond. I do plan on changing the path. So I would love to have you guys here and to be a part of this journey with me. I see it as we have juggled the worst of it with all of the hate and the backlash.
She's marketing. Leave her
So
alone.
it's only up from here, right? So if you want to become a member, consider joining the Gummy Squad.
Oh my God. I got to fast forward. I can't because she's going to be at this couple more minutes here.
She
God,
said
if I
she's
sit
gonna
here.
change paths.
Yeah, she's changing. Yeah, she's not going to do the drama no more.
I will believe that when I motherfucking see it. I don't believe that. I believe she's full of drama.
She gets a lot of views and donos because of the drama and her playing victim.
Yeah, and also the fact is that she's, you're currently in an injunction because you didn't like Granny talking about you once in a while or someone talking about you. You thought it'd be free, and now you're in this situation, and that's your fault, not anyone else's. And, it's up to you. And you were gloating about it, and you were having fun about it, and you were like, oh, I got Bruce Caster. And now the shit is hitting the fan. The shit has officially hit the motherfucking fan because Mr. Caster is probably going to go in there and be like, well, I did not sign that document. And if that happens, that's not good.
Do you really think he would?
He's going to have to, because if he's got an voices, what happens if a lawyer has a signed document from another lawyer that he did not sign?
That's fraud. That's bad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's forgery. That's disbarment.
Yikes. That's some serious shit.
Yeah, that's not a Scribbler error. When I heard that he signed it, like someone said he signed Bruce Caster. And if Bruce Caster goes in there and says, I did not sign it, I am not with this case, and there's emails showing that as well, then Mr. Joseph Lesniak has a lot to explain to do, and he might have to recuse himself, and he's probably going to get sanctioned.
Oh.
And then what's going to happen when they have no lawyer in Pennsylvania and they get countersued as fuck by every single one of these people?
That's not my problem.
Well,
I am so glad Barbecue and Granny got themselves some good attorneys.
I mean, that's the problem. If he goes in that courtroom and says, I did not sign this document and I'm not with these people. Also, they just made a demand for discovery. Granny's attorney made a demand for discovery of anything has to do at night, all the plaintiffs' names, all communications with Bruce and any of that stuff. And they will get that.
Oh, yeah. They will have no choice but to hand it all over.
His tope will be repoed.
So isn't it like sometime this week or something? The attorneys are supposed to show up or something at court.
I don't know. I think it's coming soon. I'll see.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night's SF on Snore Lounge.
Yeah, I mean that guy. Oh my god! And did you see that motherfucker brag? That motherfucker bragged about making 6 figures, bro. I make 6 figures with my history degree, and then he's begging for a fucking computer for his friend for $800. Are you shitting me? Is this real life? Is this really real life?
$100 for you making $600K a year.
If you're making like 6 figures and shit like that, and you're telling me you're gonna beg motherfuckers for a computer?
Yeah.
Am I like in magical fantasy?
In the Twilight Zone.
Like, did you read that motherfucking post?
If he had such a great career, making so much money, number one, he wouldn't have the time he does on YouTube.
Okay, so it's been edited. I don't know if this is the original, but it says, regarding the John Benet series, we're in a bit of a pickle. I'm very invested, and I can see that many of you are as well. On the other hand, YouTube doesn't seem to like it. Either people aren't interested enough, or the algorithm is just saying no. But the last 2 I've done so poorly that we can't justify continuing them unless that changes. I very much want to finish the series, but I'm not sure how to remedy that situation. I can't do it as a paid subscriber. I can't really do it as a paid subscriber. Only thing either because I just don't have the time. I don't want to abandon the series, but I also don't know what to do at this point in order to keep it going. I suppose there's not really an announcement or a question. There's just a kind of a message for those who are following the story with us so that you understand why it may not be consistent as we intended once a month. December was hard enough on us due to the holiday dip, so it may be a few months before we're in position to lose that much revenue again. If you would like to help, we'd very much appreciate people sharing the series on social media and probably beginning with a part. We'll do the playlist. Now, this motherfucker, I'm going to tell you why your fucking series is wrong. Why you're probably getting less engagement. Let me see.
But I thought it's not about the money for him because he got such a great job making so much money. Dude, when you do YouTube, you do things that you may not get mad views. I knew doing this live, I wasn't going to get a lot of people in live, but I did it because it's something I'm interested in.
So this motherfucker thinks getting 93,000 views is shit.
Yeah, okay.
When he normally gets he gets like 280,000 views and stuff like that.
Wow. Still, 93,000 views is a lot, and that's a chunk of change.
And that's the only bad performing video there is. His original video from a month ago had 253,000. Now I'm going to tell you why, motherfucker, that your video is doing so badly recently. It's because your dumbass is too slow, okay? The series came out on Netflix. It was a trending topic a month ago. So those videos that you actually put with John Benet Ramsey actually was like got into their algorithm and people watched it. When you do something, if you wait like a month or 2 after a major Netflix series goes through, people forget about it and the algorithm forgets about it. You're too slow, dummy. And this is part 4. Yeah,
so
you're on part
out of the trend now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, like you notice
what
it. Like
revenue?
for instance,
AdSense revenue.
Yeah.
And like he said, he doesn't need money because he has this big paying job, but yet he didn't get enough super chats and sell enough memberships and get enough ad revenue, in his opinion.
Yeah. So the first video he had with John Benet Ramsey, 250,000. Next day, he does another one, Murder of John Benet Ramsey Part 2, 223,000.
Holy crap.
Oh, now it goes to Part 3 now he has. And this is still in the month period. This is still in the week period he releases these videos. Murder of John Benet Ramsey Part 3 in loving memory, 152,000. Now you can see that the trend is down because number 1, it's Part 3. Number 2, it's getting further away from the original thing. And now he's got 93,000. So he realized the trend was going down, and he realized he just didn't strike where the iron is hot. It's just simple as that.
And still though, man, 150 or K or 93K views, that's nothing to laugh.
Well, that's why he's doing the Sebastian Rogers stuff, man.
Oh yeah, for the views.
I mean,
That's
he's
why
getting,
he's gonna get advertising, everybody knowing. He's gonna get mad people there because FS is gonna be there,
like
and he's
he's,
gonna act like an asshole.
he picks these cases, and that's what he gets, man. It's just how it is.
Yep. It's still mad views though, and that's really good AdSense money, I'm sure.
Not necessarily. Not for new YouTube. You probably make more money with his sponsorships. He probably gets a sponsorship.
Yeah, a channel that size, yeah.
Yeah, you're making more money on like paid sponsorships from like third parties or stuff like that. You don't make money from the AdSense.
Oh, you make something.
At those rates, with those numbers, Tim, those are probably
Yeah, he's making money.
and
Yeah.
$12,000 videos.
For him, yeah, but I'm saying like you probably make more money with the ads, like putting ad. You know what I mean? Voices.
Well, he doesn't lose his AdSense, so he gets his
promotions.
He does have paid. He has paid promotions that he does, but even his AdSense just on that,
wow.
I can tell you that those are $8,000, $10,000, $12,000 videos.
Yeah, because if I get 8, sometimes it'll go up to 9 something per like 1K views. I can imagine what he's getting.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he probably has a larger expense. He probably has like a script writer. He probably has someone doing research.
He's talked about he writes all that stuff.
No, he does not.
Research.
He does not. He does not. He does not.
He's got a Discord that does all of his fucking research.
Yeah, like honestly, I don't think he does his own research. I don't. He follows the script.
I'd rather speculate on him not. Let's listen to Sleepy Poon. Sorry, Kathy.
All right, I want to listen to a little bit of this. All right.
Ben, were you gifted? Very cool. Very cool.
Ben.
Oh, thank you, Ben, for those of you that have gifted and who helped. You guys are awesome. All right, now.
Come on.
What happened last night? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened last night. Because the truth is the truth, and that's all it is. So last night.
It's a little bit of an issue with the sound quality. Is it because you speed her up?
Might be. Let me turn it down. This is her excuse for what happened the night before. Part 1. Let's see.
So, in the midst of me losing power, I had no phone because my phone was dead. I fell asleep waiting on my power to come back on. So, by the time that the power...
If your power went out, your internet and your laptop also would have went out.
Oh my God.
Help me.
I fell asleep, but I was falling asleep because I was waiting for the power to come back. Oh my God.
Oh my Lord.
Guys, I didn't fall asleep on the live stream, but I did fall asleep on the live stream. But it was due to me waiting for the power to come back. And my phone is dead. Well, doesn't your husband have a phone? Can't you just be like, or your boyfriend or whatever is, and say, hey, can I borrow your phone for a second so I could jump on the stream and say something in the chat and say, my internet's out, guys?
Technical issues or something,
Yeah, and this is why people talk about it. Because of the insane spinning she tries to do with it instead of just being honest.
I've had my power go out. And usually I'm not like, most people. My phone is fully charged all the time. But the fact is...
Oh, hell, not me.
Oh, I always charge. I have like a...
my phone's always charged. I'm sorry. I am too dependent on my phone. My phone is always charged, and I always have a battery backup charger with me.
Voices, I'm terrible at charging shit. I got to get better at it.
Tim, I think we might have been separated at birth.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you guys are like...
It's because I was a Boy Scout. Always be prepared.
I was the Girl Scout.
I was too.
Now I understand.
But I'm
always
still...
be prepared.
I always thought I was prepared. I guess I'm not.
You're not prepared. If this was the apocalypse, you'd be done for.
Yeah, because this freaking battery's about ready to go in the swimming pool. But okay, let's get back to Grifton.
Or did come back on.
Why is that on?
I don't even know how long it was off, but I
don't
can
know,
tell
but
you.
it's terribly scratchy.
I woke up, my
It
whole house
is?
was freezing.
All right, I'm
cold,
just
so
going to play the audio.
it had to have been out for quite.
I was just going to play the audio then. I don't know. It could be because of the weather. I don't freaking know. I should have used Restream. One of these days, I'll fucking listen to myself. Probably not. But I don't even want to give StreamYards a couple days free. So, anyway. All right, where are we going? Yeah, she calls it y'all turning mountains into molehills. Oh, we're not. You are.
No.
Just tell the
How
truth.
long it was off, but I can tell you when I woke up, my whole house was freezing cold. So it had to have been out for quite a while. Quite honestly, I should have just ended the stream when it was flickering. I don't know if you guys remember at one point I said that my screen went black.
I'm going to play it on here instead. I know.
I don't know if you guys remember at one point I said that my screen went black. Well, when my screen went black last night, that was when my power flickered the first time. And I'm guessing that it just, when my screen went black last night, it flickered my power and made my screen go black. But we lost power after that, and a tree fell.
A tree fell?
Actually, they still haven't even cut it all the way up, but we got some rain last night. I didn't even know it was raining. But that's what happened. I heard that I was ripped apart for it.
I didn't hear anybody ripping you apart. I honestly, I don't know if anybody ripped you apart. I haven't heard you being ripped apart about it. I've heard people talk about it because we know it's bullshit.
Bets. We took bets over on Queen Bees. We checked our bingo cards. We didn't take bets. We checked our bingo cards to decide if it was going to be power was out.
Okay, but that's not ripping her to shreds.
To be fair, I did joke about with that her boyfriend should have a dog collar around her neck, so whenever she falls asleep, he could shock her while watching her on a live stream, so that she doesn't fall asleep.
I said we should put one on each ankle and wrist, so then she could really dance.
We did. To be fair,
I said I didn't see it. I mean, I really didn't. And I know
to be fair, we kind of did pick on her.
But did you rip her to shreds?
Well,
I mean, having laughs and ripping her to shreds.
Well, we wanted to electrocute her and shit.
Oh, damn. What?
So, I mean,
I'm sorry, Brittany. You were right. I didn't hear that part. As I said, I didn't.
To be fair, we were joking about how the husband or the boyfriend can actually like help out by whenever she's like falls asleep, they would do like a little shock to her to wake her up again. That was
like a shock collar. Like we just put it on her wrists and her ankles and her neck, and then maybe shock her a couple of times and see if she flails around and shit.
Yeah, Queen Bee and Cheesy were expressing kindness and compassion. Me and Voices, no. we were joking.
No, we were ripping her apart.
I have to go back and listen. I missed that part. I'll have to go back and listen. But let's get back into it.
Hey, I don't trying to help keep her channel alive. Jesus.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
These people are going to say what they want to say.
Oh.
I didn't see anything, but from what I heard, hey, Just Irish, from what I heard, not the power. I didn't see anything because I'm not going to watch this crap or even try to find anything that's about me. But from what I heard, they basically ripped that live stream apart, even though I deleted it.
I really think there was some concern for you as well because nobody could reach you. Just
Yeah,
saying.
they said that.
See?
So I'm going to say this to the people who don't support me and
Okay.
to the people who are saying that my friends are bad friends.
Hmm.
My friends, the ones that I have in my corner, are the best friends that I have ever had on this platform.
Hmm.
Then
They
you better
are
learn how to
probably
get
the
better
most.
ones.
Oh,
Hmm.
I think I've changed friends.
Regardless of what's going on, and I have my opinions, my personal opinions, but they'll stay just that. And also personal life experiences and work history, but they'll stay just that. Whatever is going on, the Brett, the one thing they should do is, even if it's just that you need a couple days off just to catch up on some sleep, or maybe you just need to not be in messenger group chats all day long or texting chats all day long, and maybe you just need to unplug a little bit and not devote so much time to it. I don't know. Maybe you just need a break. Maybe it's radical. I don't know. But they should be talking to you about it, Brittany, because it's almost every night.
Yeah.
It's really getting, and come on, you're running out of, come on. The lamest things you come up with as the excuses, girlfriend. If your power went out, so would have your internet. So would have your computer.
Straightforward, loyal people in
Seriously.
my corner.
And and you do. And good for you. But the thing is they're not helping you by talking to you privately about this. And you're the one that makes it more of an issue than it is, because of how you constantly try to spin it instead of just being honest.
And I can assure you that if I was on some type of a substance or I was struggling as you claim I am, my friends would have told me a long time ago
I don't believe that.
to go get help. But here's the difference between
Brittany, I don't believe that, for the simple fact is, whatever the issue is, it is happening repeatedly. And instead of going to you, they are sweeping it under the rug or just topping off the piano and leaving the piano solo. Yeah, you're not addressing it. See, that's the thing. So I'm sorry, I just don't believe that. And like I said, I don't know what your issue is, but there's clearly something.
Yeah. By the way, Kathy, I gotta jump down. My voice is kind of dying, like a little bit here and there. So.
All right, thank you for coming up.
No problem. You guys have a good one.
Thanks for your help.
Next time, you can invite me anytime to jump for Karen and everything else. You know me.
I'm working on putting some stuff in chronological order to go over.
All right, man. You have a good one, Voices. You have a good one, Whispers. Bye.
Bye.
Oh shoot! It already went to pause. What the hell? Okay.
guys, the ones in the back that are making all these rumors about me and my friends, they know that I'm not currently an addict, or what do you call it? They know that I'm not a I can't remember the term. Jeez. They know I'm not active in addiction. Okay. They know that. They know me well. They talk to me 24/7. They talk to me all day long. They know. Thank you, Moon. Moon absolutely would and would not be defending me. I'd call you out on it, and people who know me know I would.
Exactly. Okay. That's really okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I wouldn't trust that one any farther than I could throw her scrawny little cracked out ass. In
That
my
may be the
opinion.
problem. She's online with them all the time.
This chat is off the chains. It's like this mama would say something. I work in the field. I'd know if you were doing any rugs or anything. No, you wouldn't know. You don't see her in real life. You only see her on here.
You
when
only
you see
know
her.
what she wants you to know, and if she's
Exactly.
high
You
all the
would
fucking
not know.
time,
And
And that's
if
all
you
they're
are a
doing.
professional in the field, and you truly are a professional, then you know what's never mind. But these people, I love this video because it's so true. Just because they don't like us, we're supposed to go after them. No, we don't. Yes, you do. God's got the upper hand. He will always have the upper hand no matter what. Let them talk about us. Let them say whatever they got to say. Why are they going to go after it? It's not true. So let them talk. But this video is so true. Okay. Okay. If you say it's true.
As someone who was in active addiction, you would know that there are far more symptoms than just going to sleep.
Okay.
I mean,
You're
hello,
right.
people.
You're Brett. You are so right about that. Oh my! I'm not. I'm not. Nope.
I'm not going to offer an explanation because there is no explanation. I'm not going to sit here and make excuses because there are no excuses.
You just did.
And I'm not going to sit here and beg and plead for people to believe me.
You just are.
That have nothing but hate and disdain and a desire to watch me.
But the thing is, you're doing exactly that. Are you not making excuses and trying to get people to believe you? That's exactly what you're sitting here doing.
Apart. That's a
Okay,
miserable
her
way to
chat's
live your life.
saying, not ripped apart by us. We were all just worried about you. They'll look for anything to use as an excuse to rip you apart. But the ones who love you were worried. There was worry. People were worried because nobody could reach out to you. You weren't responding to anyone. Yes, they were worried. The thing is, okay. Brittany is a mama, friend, daughter. She has a lot to do. And the rest ain't none of our business. Then don't put it online. Don't put it on YouTube. Mom ended up says, I don't see how feeling asleep is anything more than being a human being. Lots of laughs. I mean, it's just enough with the deflection and the trying to hurt someone with recovery is effed up, in my opinion. Very, very low.
Well, that one's a little nutcase in and of herself. Listen to her half the night.
But yeah, privately, I would say something to you.
Mom
There are no signs of addiction. This is the stuff. This is what's being said in our chat. I think. Yeah, no, I'm not reading that one because I can't. I won't. Yeah, that'll make me open up a can of worms. I don't want to open. Okay, I'm not reading those two.
I mean, it's just enough with the deflection and trying to hurt someone with recovery is effed up. In my opinion, very, very low. I agree. I agree.
Deflection from what? What are they deflecting from? It wasn't their live. They're not the one who dozed off for the umpteenth thousandth time. What are they deflecting from exactly? I don't get the deflection part.
I don't know what you mean. Who's supposed to be deflecting?
By the ones talking about her and showing who showed her live after it happened.
That would be Queen and Tim and
Clue. Yeah, she has a lot to say about Clue in here too. Yeah, it's like no, okay. Whew. I don't understand what they're deflecting from. They're not the ones falling asleep every night. So what exactly are they doing?
I don't know, but she's the one doing this to her channel, not anybody else.
Let's see her.
If I'm narcoleptic, I assure you I'm not narcoleptic.
I agree with that.
My brother's the same way as I am. I'm very much, if I get tired, I'm going to go to sleep wherever I'm at. I mean, that's just who I am. It's laughable at best.
Okay.
If I was
Then why aren't you
narcoleptic,
laughing at
I
it?
wouldn't fall asleep
Yeah.
on.
If it's laughable at best, then why are you just not laughing at it and not paying any attention to it?
Why are you dedicating live after live after live, addressing it and coming up with tons of excuses? Like I said, I don't know what your issue is. I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to, but there's something. It may be, like I said, something as simple as you just needing some rest. I don't know. But whatever it is, it's getting old. Okay? It's getting to be plentiful. And you really need to chill. I don't know. Just my opinion. But anyway.
In the times that I've been up for hours and hours and hours in the middle of the night.
Mm,
Can you just please pay, like, really, let's just think about this logically.
okay.
The only time that I go to sleep is in the middle of the night when I've been up for hours on end.
Okay. Again, that's your doing. I mean, you can't expect to stay up till 4:00 in the morning. You then have to turn around in a couple hours and, get up and take care of your family because there's school and all that stuff going on. You're going to get exhausted very quickly.
It's called burnout.
Yeah. Anyway, I can't, man. You can't.
Can't fix
Being tired in the middle of the night is a sign of tired mother. Everybody knows that if you wanted something, if you were
Okay, and
taking street
no, I chase after two littles every day, all day. I do not fall asleep on my live streams. Just say, I take care of my house. I'm not on all the time. I miss a lot. Oh well, it happens. Real life comes first. You bite my cord one more time, and you're going to timeout. So Duke, he's being a bad kitty. Anyway, I just, like I said, maybe take a day off or 2 or 3. I don't know.
You would find them to stay awake. Right, exactly. Opinion, I believe you are a perfectly valid human. These people ain't. That is why.
Oh, she would find a way to stay awake. So
yeah, that's what she said. That's what Mom ended up saying.
You can't point
yeah.
a random thing.
So explain then why you're not finding a way to stay awake, and explain why it is you're falling asleep. Please.
Yeah, this Irony Rose says being tired in the middle of the night is a sign of a tired mother. Everybody knows that if you wanted something, if you were taking street things, you'd find them to stay awake. Okay.
Oh my God, these people are dumber than we thought, Kathy.
Dumber than a box of rocks.
Kathy, hold me. I'm scared.
I'm
dumb
reaching
people
out
everywhere.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm not dumb.
I wasn't looking at you.
We're talking about this. These comments I'm reading.
Someone and demand them prove otherwise. Right. Okay, now I'm ungrateful.
You are.
Make your mind up. Candidly. At first, I'm narcoleptic. Now you're saying I'm ungrateful.
It says no. What she said.
Narcoleptic.
And what she said is, I'm not here to argue with you, but you are ungrateful.
Exactly, Randa Smith. Hey, Buffalo Mountain, Tennessee girl. Hey, PJ. Exactly, PJ. Going to sleep, nodding off for 2 totally different
And see,
things.
these people, you don't know. You know what she wants you to know. You can't Spirit Seeker Squad, which, oh yeah, that one. I've helped and encouraged several people into treatment. Britt isn't needing treatment. She needs sleep. Okay, first off.
No shit. Get some sleep.
For her to say she had a 52 panel test, which I call bullshit. Any kind of a test, any panel to anything, the standard 12 panel, whatever, you would only get those tests at the pain clinic if you were in some type of treatment program or maintenance program. Just saying.
Where in the world do they do a 52 panel at?
They didn't.
I've
They
never
didn't.
even heard of it.
Mm-mm. They didn't. In my opinion, I don't believe it. In my opinion, I don't believe it. I don't care. I'm glad if she is if she says she's in recovery, you got to go with that. My hat's off to her. I hope she succeeds, but there's issues. There's something going on. Sorry. And like I said, it could be something as simple as that she just does need to get some sleep. I mean, honestly, I couldn't stream every night in the middle of the night. Even though I only sleep 3 or 4 hours, and I still couldn't do it. So I had, whatever. Keep making up your excuses. Whatever works for you, I guess. Because people are going to be saying, "Oh, she was shaming Brittany. She was going at her." No, I'm not. I'm not shaming her in any
No,
way. It
you're
is
just
what the
saying
frick
she
it
needs some
is.
sleep.
It is what it is. All right, let's go.
They're totally different things. There are other signs. You're very scatterbrained and confused a lot of the time. No hate, just trying to be honest. Well, Ben. Well,
Ben's really being honest, though. You know what? I really think Ben meant that. Because you are scattered brain all the time. I think Ben meant that.
I've been that way my entire life.
No surprise.
Scatterbrain, it's something that I call my mom's called me since I was a kid. So if you're going to come in here and tell me that's a problem, that I'm scatterbrained, you probably I'm probably not for you, because at that point, you're asking me to change something that's actually myself. I wish I couldn't be as scatterbrained as I am, but unfortunately, that's who I am. So I don't really know how
Okay,
I can
listen
fix
to
that for
this.
you.
Listen to this. Listen to
I'm
this
sorry.
comment. This is from somebody named Allie. I don't think it's our Allie. Anyway, to be fair, I've been here for a long time, and I don't think you're on anything, but I seen concerning chats for you last night, and the mods were deleting them fast. Some comments are just concerns. So her mods were, oh, let me make sure it says Miss Mo. Hey, Miss Mo.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, hon.
I was trying to type in the chat, but I typically try to mind my business. But the one thing that I've seen from you, Voices, Queen, and several other people is that when you talk to her about what you think may be happening or not happening, she may get picked at a little bit, not so much by you, maybe every once in a while, but it's always some form of compassion. I always hear people say, "Hey, you need help," and that bothers me, that throughout everything that she hears, she don't hear nobody saying, "Hey, we just want you to get help."
Yeah.
I don't understand why she doesn't understand that, or
Because
why
she
she just sees straight past that.
Because it's you want
She don't
you
want
want my
to.
honest you want my honest opinion? It's her grift.
Yeah. Okay.
If she would say, "Hey, look, I really do," people seem to be concerned, and honestly, I don't want nothing bad to happen to Brittany. That woman got
I
a
don't
family who
believe
needs
any
her.
of you do.
No.
I don't believe any of you do. There's not one single person that I've heard talk about her or a few other people that I believe they want to see her. I honestly believe you all may have your little conflicts back and forth, but I don't think you want to see her hurt. I don't believe anybody, well, that might not be completely true, but I don't think anybody wants to see Betty hurt. They just want her to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
I don't want to see Betty hurt, but I want Betty to stop. Do I think that Betty going to jail will stop her? In all honesty, with every being in my body and every being in my soul, no.
No,
I
it
don't
won't.
think it'll
It'll
stop
make her
her.
worse.
I think it'll make it worse.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll make it worse. But
she will.
One thing about this world that we live in, if you get worse, someone will handle you. Whether it's the law or there's somebody else. You can't. You ever heard the saying every dog has their day? Their day? You ever heard that?
Yeah,
Yep.
I have.
I know my mama voices. Baby, matter of fact, let me sidebar. Baby, I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
you're sounding really bad. Can you try to? It's really hard to understand you.
What I'll do is hang up and come back.
Okay. All right. She's going to come back. I'm going to watch for her. I love this, Mo. And
Hey,
we'll,
I need to drop down.
okay. Thank you for
I'll
hanging
talk
with
to
me.
y'all later.
Okay.
Thanks for having me up. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. We'll listen to this till Miss Mo comes back.
Sorry, I guess. I don't know. I can tell when you're reading something else. Yeah, Kelsey. Well, the big problem is I can't do two things at one time. Walk and chew gum. I'm really bad about that, and I'm ADHD as hell. So, yeah. Anything? Does anybody else want to come tell me about myself? I'll listen.
Yeah. And she's copied that off of someone else. She copies everything she does, even her hold please. She took from someone else.
Okay, let's see. I've watched you for a few years, though. Rarely chat. The falling asleep the last few months coincides with you with being a lot more confused. Okay. When you're on a subject, you're focused and very interesting. Thank you, Bella Nova, for saying that. Oh, Kelsey said, if I ain't looking at you, I don't hear anything you say. As someone with severe insomnia, I would appreciate the fact that you come on and the time you do, I would go crazy just staring at walls, not being able to sleep if it wasn't for you. Oh, Nicole, thank you.
All right, I'm going to fast
I
forward a
appreciate
little bit.
you don't know how
It's
to read a
hard
fucking
do.
You allow your panelists to be mean to me when I came up super respectful to
Yeah, I mean, so it's okay that she's on here falling asleep. Hey, Miss Mo.
Because you have extreme anxiety.
Y'all hear me now?
Yeah, it's really hard though. Try talking.
I'm sorry, baby. I took my Bluetooth out, hoping that would help.
Yeah, it's not. There's a really bad. Yeah, it's really hard to hear you. It's an echo and really bad.
I apologize.
That's all right.
But hopefully, voices can hear me. Voices, I want to thank you for your dedication to your grandmother and to your family throughout your life. Just thank you. A lot of us should want to be more like you, if that makes any sense. Because it's just hard. It's hard, trying to love on people. And I wish I would have had the chance to love my mother, but I didn't have it. So I spent my life trying to love on other people. But just thank you. Thank you so much. I admire you for that. I admire you so much. And please, I know you have your moments, but never stop loving people. Never stop trying to help people because they need that.
Oh, you're so
I don't
sweet.
mean to have a meltdown, but
I know it's hard to hear you. We can't really hear you, hon.
Your situation has touched me, voices. Just thank you. I hope you hear me say thank you. Thank you. But I'm going to get down because y'all can't hardly hear me. I don't know what's wrong with my phone. But, Brittany, please stop thinking that everybody that has an opinion of you hates you or wants to judge you. A lot of these people actually want to help you. Some of the people have been through the things that you've been through and you're not willing to admit. Or maybe they're completely wrong, but know that a lot of these people have your heart and your health and interest.
Yeah.
If you don't understand that, baby, I don't know what else to tell you.
You're so sweet, Miss Mo. Thank you. Thank you for coming up and speaking.
So voices, my condolences, baby. My condolences. And continue to be you. Continue to grow. I watch you grow. I watch you strive. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you,
I'm so proud of you. I don't know if that means much. Even if it doesn't, I'm just telling you, I'm proud of you. I've watched you grow through this mess that they call karma. You're doing really good, and please continue to grow, continue to strive. And it's okay to get off this thing sometimes.
Yeah.
Because it ain't always user friendly.
That's my plan, is I'm just going to continue to do exactly what I was doing. I'm sorry, Mason's got his chicken nugget.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have what's the name of that machine you have? I don't have one, but I sit every time you come on in the morning. Yeah, every time you come on in the morning with your cricket, I watch you. I don't have one. I can't afford it, but I still enjoy watching your projects.
Well, I
I'm
appreciate
there
that.
about every time you come live in the wee hours of the morning. I'm there with you. And
You're
I
really,
appreciate
really
you.
hard to understand. You're really roboting
I'm
bad.
sorry,
Now.
but you
That's
all
So
take care.
nobody. I'm thinking I'm understanding what you're saying, but I really wish I could hear you.
Yeah, you're roboting really, really bad.
I appreciate you. And you all have a good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Miss Mo. Oh, she is so sweet. God bless her. That was
God,
so
I wish I
sweet.
could have heard everything that she said. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
I
back
tried
and
to.
try to listen. I know.
I
I hate
tried.
StreamYard sometimes.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I'm done. I'm so pissed we're not. I don't even care about the 10 days. They can have it. I'm going to restream. I'm sick of it because restream, even if the kids use the internet, it's okay. Not with
Yeah.
StreamYard. All right, let's listen. I got to get off. Let's listen to this.
Well, probably because you haven't been super respectful. You have been in other chats, taking part.
It says, "Why do you allow your panelists to be mean to me when I come up super respectful to talk about Sebastain?" That's what UA asked her, and she said that she's not being respectful.
Pretty sure, I don't want to speak for my panel guest, but I can tell you that I'm pretty sure they were on the defensive. And to be quite honest with you, you have the audacity to come in here and try to lecture me about anything when you have went real life on a lot of people that I care about. That's I don't know how it works for you over on the TikTok world, but I can certainly tell you here on YouTube, we don't roll like that. We don't try to destroy people's personal lives. I know that you hang out with some people that thinks that it's okay to do that, but it's really not. It's really not.
Okay.
There's nothing about you that wants to actually be nice and kind and have a conversation.
Wow.
She's caused so much chaos in this case. Unacceptable. Exactly.
She's not the only one. You've had your hand in that. Betty's had a huge hand in that. Honestly, Seth has had a huge hand in that. Spanky, a ginormous hand in that. I mean, y'all have done pretty good. I have to tell you.
Just evil. We need full armor of the Lord, in my opinion. Some people in this world, it's sad. I can't even imagine yourself this kind of life, just hating strangers. Well, I do want to tell y'all, yes, we don't defend child abuse here. We surely don't, Spirit Seeker. Shady. Pretty, you have to see how weird and obsessive these people are. I say keep a record of what's happening and don't give them content. Mentally unstable. Oh, I know it.
Look, Brittany does her shit, and don't tell me she don't do behind the scenes shit, because she does. I don't care. The woman is always is always talking with someone behind the scenes, and she herself says all day long she's talking to people. I don't know when she ever rests or do anything else, but anyway, yeah. Oh, take your own advice, honey.
It's awful. It's absolutely awful. I'm watching. I'm keeping up with it, and to be honest with you, Shady, it does no good. And I want to make it clear, I'm not doing this live for them. I want all of you guys to know that I'm doing this stream for myself to air out a couple of things and to tell you guys that this hate and all of this drama.
What hate?
You know how they always say that they have that saying, or they use the clip from that song by Kendrick Lamar, and they not like us. You know how they keep saying that. Well, no, we're not.
Oh, she
like
was
you, actually.
Shiloh. She was. UA was jumped on after saying, "Hey, can you hear me?" by Reality and Mischief. I saw it. Nope. I wouldn't doubt it.
We are nothing like you. You people thrive off of hate. and you thrive off of chaos, and you thrive off of making people.
Brittany, it's not hate. Because somebody reviews you, that's not hate. But you thrive off the drama, the crama, Brittany. That's how you get your views and clicks and your super chats and your memberships. Come on now.
Life a living hell, and I'm not like that. Even in with my worst enemies, I don't have any desire to bring pain.
You don't. Yet you filed a frivolous injunction against Granny. But you're not trying to hurt anyone. Interesting. What do you think? I mean, I guess the court stuff is just for the hell of it. She's not trying to hurt anybody.
I'm not trying to hurt anybody, just trying to, hurt some
Make their life
fuckers.
miserable. Yeah, make their life miserable. Yeah. Well, I haven't had so few in chat since I started, but that's okay. Got the core.
Just chaos amongst anybody. I don't enjoy watching somebody
quality over quantity.
Suffer. You know what
exactly.
I mean? Angela says, "Oh my God, nobody wants to be them." No, why would you want to be miserable? Oh, I know you're not. I know you're not, Shady. I didn't take it that way. Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. I've never seen anything like this, Shady, ever. I have never.
Oh, shut up! You have two. You came from Natasha's.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, Brittany, stop it. We all know where you come from. Stop it. Are you kidding me? Says the woman who even had fundraisers before she had a freaking channel, but she don't beg. Okay.
Hateful people.
Hateful people?
Some really hateful people. But I can tell you that I have never in my 37 years of life witnessed people who get off on this kind of stuff. I wouldn't want to be like them. God doesn't want me to be either. No, he doesn't. God's girl. He doesn't. I do want to tell you guys that clip that I played at the beginning, I think I said this already, but just to make sure that I did, that clip I played at the beginning, that was from my mod Yvette. She sent me that. Yvette, I don't even think I told you this, but that clip you sent me, I have watched it like 3 times.
You've already said all this.
Like it resonates with me so much.
No. How? How does it resonate?
Isn't it resonate, not resignate?
Right.
That is resigning from something.
Remember now, she's the one who sits here and makes fun of other people's the way they talk, or if they have some kind of speech impediment, or if they pronounce something wrong, and talks about people's education. Okay, but she can't get a word right.
Says the girl with the GED.
Yeah.
Fucking good enough.
Takes.
Sorry, I shouldn't say anything like that.
No, because there's nothing wrong with having a GED. Good for you for even getting it. But the thing is, don't sit up here and make fun of other people's education when you have no idea what their education is. I'm just saying. And just because you have a degree, don't make you smart. Okay?
Thank you.
To ignore and rise above than it ever would to respond. It's so true. Nicole says, I stand by your response to UA. Her own people turned their back on her, so she's trying to find a new home here. Sorry, no vacancies. Oh, did they turn on her?
Who turned on her? Nope, turned on her.
Yes. Here you go. Here's the link to the...
Sorry, I keep clicking my lighter.
Here you go. Hold on 1 second. Link to the clip from the beginning of the stream.
You were nothing. You can't compare yourself to her. You are nothing like her. Your situation is nothing like hers. You couldn't have more. There couldn't be more. 2 totally different lifestyles. Let's put it that way.
All right, so I want to address something else while I'm at it, because at this point of my life and where I'm at,
Yes.
I want to move on. And I know y'all do too, right?
Okay,
Surely
you
wanna
say
move
this
on.
all the time. I've heard this from you several
No.
times.
I want to say a couple things about some things that I heard last night.
Oh, but I thought you
while
were
I have the
you weren't
opportunity to-
addressing this anymore.
I want to move past it after this.
Oh,
This sounds
that's what
so
you
much
always
like
say.
Just a second. I'm going to pull up Moon's live
Mhm.
from the other day.
She said this about a week ago.
Moon and Chroma, guys, and I'll get the mods to drop her link.
This is exactly
Uh-oh.
what Natasha
Moon and
Cooper used to
Chroma.
do
She
too.
did a stream the other day. Moon has been on her A game. The devil in a call it the devil in a clippy with wide set eyes and bad makeup is alive. Oh my god, I love her. Oh, Moon. Moon comes up with some things. She's a doozy. I'm gonna play a part of Moon's clip because Moon, I know, will not strike me. And if you have not subbed up to Moon, you got to go over and sub up to Moon and Chroma.
Oh, she's a racist. Don't do that.
She is not for the faint of hearts. She is absolutely not for the faint of hearts. But I can tell you that she has
racist.
She has.
Are you familiar with her?
Yeah, bitch. That's the one that. That's the same one that I remember a while back I told you, don't. This is the one going at me. Don't give her any credence.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
The
I
racist
got it.
one.
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, we'll fast forward through her.
Big heart. She tells it like it is, and I love it so much. Zero F says, Brittany, you gotta
Of course
have
you do, because she's going to people for you. Of course you love it.
gotta have my name as attitude. I know, right? I like your name. I like it a lot. I hope that I can eventually have no F's and not give these people anything at all.
You won't do that because it's part of
right.
your grip. Victimhood is part of your grip. You will not do that.
Mystic Moon, I would never say that you were on substances for being sleepy. So I want to say this one more time. Yes, the whole stream was gold, just Iris. Maxie Pooh, you are not locked. I want to say this one more time, just in case there's anybody in here that might have missed it. Oh, thank you, Bellatrix. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Angela Lester. All right, click that thumbs up. Become a member if you haven't already. And one last time. My power went out last night. Okay? My power went out. I went to sleep. When I woke up.
Okay. Voices. When your power goes out and you have no electricity to run your laptop, or you have no internet because your internet runs off of electricity, how are you still live? That would totally disconnect your live, because it's happened to me.
Whoa.
My power went out during a live and it went out. I had to totally restart another one.
Once your internet goes, you're no longer sending signal out.
Yeah, you're no longer connected. Just saying.
I don't know. I can't believe that she's not mad at her friends for all fucking jumping and abandoning ship.
Oh, no, she didn't talk about that. No.
Wait till I show you what I made. I've been working on a pop-up card. Today was my cousin's birthday, and my cousin has been the one to step up through this whole last leg of all of this. And so I just made him a pop-up birthday card.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's cool.
Happy birthday.
All right.
It folds flat.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's got a front piece.
Oh, that's going to be nice. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, wow.
All right, let's get back in this, because I've been on here a long time. I'm going to go watch some TV with. My shows are on tonight, peeps.
If I had to guess, it's got to be at least an hour and a half, 2 hours that my power was out. Because
then there's no way you still would have been live, because your internet connection would have. You cannot go live without internet. If you lose power, you are no longer connected to YouTube or StreamYard or whomever you use. Bull. See, this is what I mean. This is why anybody even talks about this, because of this ridiculous shit you put out. You know what? We're going to do it. We're going to do it. I'm going to have my husband shut the breakers off.
Okay.
My internet and everything's going to have to reset. No, we'll do this. We'll do this tomorrow. I will have it because he's off tomorrow. I will have him because I'm going to lose internet and everything, and then it's going to have to all reboot. So it'll take about 10, 15 minutes for me to come back because everything will have to reboot. And I will come back, and I'm telling you, my live will be ended. If you don't have power, you don't have internet, you don't have your laptop, you are not still live. Where there's just, is that possible?
Well, actually, yes, because think about when Heels fell. It stayed live until she went in and got it shut off through her phone.
Well, yeah, but she never lost her power. She
Doesn't
never lost
matter.
her electricity.
Her device went away.
No, but she never lost her power. Her device was still there. She just couldn't get to it. She never actually lost power and lost her internet. So her connection wasn't ended. Now, if she'd have lost her power, then her connection would have been ended. I got to ask him. I don't know if he'll want to do that tonight.
Just unplug it from the wall, Kathy. And
no, it has to reboot though. And that means it'll take his TV and everything. But it'll have to reboot. Yeah. He's I don't think he can hear me.
Don't worry about it. Just keep going forward.
All right. But anyway, I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it because I don't see how that's possible when you lose your power and lose your connection. But who knows? We'll try it out. Okay. Now, I know you can still access it through your phone. But then again, depending on what kind of service you have and what kind of signal you get, if you lose internet and power, you may not be able to pick up your phone either. I got a question for you. Okay, you know I'm live, right? If our power went out, which then would take the internet out, the internet would be out, and the power would be off, would that not disconnect my signal? Would I lose everything?
No, because that's running on a battery charge.
But what about the internet?
Use it intermittently, but it'll pick up off something else.
Not the internet.
No, the Wi-Fi would.
I don't bump off no ones.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. No, he's like, because I keep having, he's talking about if you're running by battery. Yeah, but your internet's not running by battery. Your laptop would still be on because it's running by battery, but your internet is not running by battery. So it's plugged into the outlet. And if there's no power to that outlet, you have no internet. You can't stream without internet. You can't stream on your phone without internet. Oh, snap, Ginger, I like the name. The only way is to have an inverter to run the Wi-Fi router. But that route, because that router has to get power from somewhere to run. I don't know. I'm going to try it tomorrow, though, just out of curiosity. Because I know when my power went out, I lost everything. When my internet went out and my power went out, I lost everything.
All right. It's all done.
All right. Oh, that is so cute. Oh, he's going to like that, Voices. That's really nice. He's going to like that.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's a nice birthday card. Yeah, it is. Really cute. Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God. And I could see my breath. So I knew at that point nobody had to have been in there. So I turned on my StreamYard and I shut the stream down and I went to sleep. I do want to give y'all a heads up about my aunt.
Hold on.
No,
That's
there's no
different than what she
way.
said.
There's no way.
Back up. That is totally different than what she said, because she said she fell asleep waiting for the power to come back on. And this one, she said that she went in and turned her StreamYard on.
Mm-hmm.
How?
Listen, I'll replay it. Listen.
Call it the devil in a clippy with wide set eyes and bad makeup is a lie. Some really
Wait, I went too far, didn't I?
hateful people. It takes far more strength. During Grammy, yes. Here you go. Here's the link to the
Shit, I went
Here
too
you go.
far
Hold on
now.
one
I
second.
messed it up. Oh well, but we
Link
heard her.
to the clip from the beginning of the stream.
Okay, it's coming up here, I believe.
So I want to say a couple things about some things that I heard last night while I have the opportunity, because I want to move past it after this.
No, you won't.
So give me just a second. I'm going to pull up Moon's a big heart. She tells it like it is, and I love it so much. Zero F says, Brittany, you got to have a name. You got to have my name as Attitude. I know, right? I like your name. I like it a lot. I hope that I can eventually. If I had to guess, it's got to be at least an hour and a half, 2 hours that my power was out. Because when the power came back on, I could see my breath. It was freaking cold. I woke up and I was like, oh my God. And I could see my breath.
Was that cold?
So I knew at that point nobody had to have been in there. So I turned on my StreamYard and I shut the stream down and I went to sleep.
She turned on her StreamYard.
Prayer is powerful. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that have kept mine and my family's myself and my family and I is the proper thing. I don't know, whatever. I want to thank you all for praying because
the people stayed up in her chat. B. Tim, oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Wow, B. Tim gifted 20 memberships. Everybody's going to be green. Thank you so much. Wow. I appreciate that. She's... Now, I had a live that I had set up, and I thought cancel it on YouTube or cancel it on... I canceled it, but I didn't know you had to cancel it on YouTube, too. I canceled it on StreamYard. So it still showed that I was going to go live, even though I canceled it on... But it didn't start the live.
No, but there is a way that you can turn it on. That is a setting in YouTube Studio. There is... Oh, my God. It is coming down sideways out here.
Uh-oh.
But there is a way that you can have it start and stop automatically. It's just not recommended that you do that because, well, could you imagine?
Well, that means if she had to go back in and turn back on her StreamYards, then that means she lost her connection to that stream.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to try it tomorrow just to see what happens. I'm just curious, honestly. I mean, yeah, big deal. You fell asleep. Big deal. You're the one making it more of an issue than a freaking... Well, at this point, it is an issue as often as you're doing it, but it wasn't. You're the one that's turned it into what it is. And it's been a major grip for you. But come on.
Believe it or not, my aunt is improving today. When I woke up this morning, I immediately called my dad and I was like, I just held my breath because I knew as soon as he answered the phone, he was going to tell me that she was gone. I mean, 35% of her heart, that was the only part of her heart that was working. 35.
I don't want to hear that. We'll move on.
I put all of it into being a better person and cleaning my life up so that I could be alive and be there for my family and be the best mother that I can be, to be the best wife I can be, daughter, granddaughter, niece, whatever. And then to constantly be ripped apart on this platform and accused of being something that I'm not. And then to find out, like,
what do you think you do to Katie? And Miss Mo sent me a $5 cash app. Thank you so much, Miss Mo. Oh my God, you're so sweet. Thank you. What do you think you do to Katie on a regular? Or what do you think you did to Kylie Rodden's family? Brittany, you...
do you know how many of these people are recovered addicts themselves?
Not shading you for that.
Addiction and detox and recover are not for the weak. We do recover. Yes. Yes, just Irish. And if there's not anybody on this platform.
Okay, it was her uncle that passed away, but her aunt is also sick.
Yes. 30% of her heart or something. Yeah, that's what, yeah. Oh, Brianna, thank you. This stream is a tunnel between her computer, her modem, and YouTube. If there is no modem, there is no tunnel, and there is no stream. It goes down. Yeah, didn't she say originally uncle, now she's saying an aunt? Yeah, her aunt's now very ill too. Well, she found out at the same time. And you know what? Prayers for her aunt. I don't want to see nobody sick. Seriously. But, girl, you making up excuse after excuse after excuse.
I'm asking each of you, if you have an ounce of care for me at all, any of you, please, and listen, I'm not out to prove anything to anybody. Wait 1 second. Summer says, I hope you see my comments and I'm not blocked. You're not blocked, Summer. Let me see. Summer isms, right? Type a comment in chat. You shouldn't be blocked.
Okay, don't care.
Here's it.
Ben George is super chatting away.
I do too, Dispatch Crystal.
That's why she started with Eddie. Because Eddie reached out to her about something with Ben George. She said it herself.
Find Summer's. I don't know. All I can say is that somebody just cash at me. And they said, I hope you see my comments and I'm not blocked. So to that person, can you
Okay.
sure what her daughter's going through or what's happening? But we'll definitely be keeping Sleep Mom in our prayers. The people on that side, the dark side.
I didn't want you.
I didn't. Tide.
I fast forwarded through that because of the background noise. I didn't want to. Yeah. Anyway.
Y'all like cube steak? Everybody likes cube steak.
Okay, come on, get on with it.
If Britt responded to each comment in chat, we'd be Moon and Krama. Shout out to Moon and Krama. I'm going to borrow some of her content for a minute.
It was after this.
All right, I want to address this right here. Hey, here's Eric. Who is she proud of? Who it is? Clue. Poop stains in her toilet and probably undies. Poop stains are not classy. Neither is your sideways lip. Oh my God. I just did hot mess. So, her being a single mom on her own when she compared herself to Seth being homeless is null and void now. She is a single mom sitting on her silver spoon. Her own words. Exactly.
Jealous?
Hide your... Hey, Lindsay. Lindsay said, Shady, hide your remotes. Hide your microphones. Hide your wife. Hide your kids. You are really dumb. You are so dumb.
Yeah, you are.
Do you guys ever see this lady at a country club or a White House dinner invite? You can't invite this back vomit every time he puts his penis into your crust.
Oh, don't want to hear
He's
that.
saying something about you, man, watching. You can blame yourself. You're the one that told us. And believe you me, I'm going to say this too. Nobody cares about him watching. It's gross. It's weird to me. You have nothing to worry about. There ain't nothing about me that won't your man. But I will rub it in every chance I get when I'm feeling petty to tell you he watches me every single night. Why? Why? Chronicle says, I'm surprised Cletus's leg isn't broke like a nutcracker with those. So I would be horrified. Let's go to the very much. She is disgusting. Disgruntled exes. Like they all hate their kid's father. Have you noticed that? Like they all are like it's like they hate men. I'm just saying.
Couldn't be that the dude was an asshole and an asshole in the relationship. And, you know, things turn sour when you're breaking up or getting divorced and stuff. Couldn't be any of that, right? Okay.
Clue could not stand an alpha male. Do you think for 1 minute that she would tolerate a guy that actually put his foot down and ran the house? You know what I'm saying? Like an alpha male?
I don't know. Ask her.
You know she's wearing the pants in that relationship. I mean,
somehow I don't think so.
Men. Actual real men.
Oh, honey.
And it seems like they have.
Oh. No, she didn't go there. No, she didn't go there.
Yeah, she did.
Ooh, okay. Oh, I won't, Kathy. Be good.
Hatred for men. And I think that's why they hate Seth. Like, I mean, you already heard one already said he reminds them of their child's father.
So, his behavior, not him, his actions, his behavior. Get it right, Britt. But girl, you ain't got no room to be talking about no one's man. Sorry, but you don't. It is what it is.
All of my videos are gone with the CapCut ban. All of it. That is terrible. Wait, hold on. What? I made my stuff with CapCut. Wait, they took the videos from CapCut's gone? What happened with CapCut? If that's the case, all of my videos are gone too. What?
There's a CapCut ban because there's a lot of people that use CapCut. There's a CapCut ban now.
CapCut's gone too.
So you lose your videos?
Yep, you lose everything.
Wow.
Wait, I'm confused with CapCut. Is Josh in here?
Let's fast
She
forward.
probably hits Cletus with an Indiana Jones whip. Josh, I don't know if you were in here, but when you before you were in here, I don't know if I said this or if you were in here or not. I don't know if you were in here or not. I said their nicknames for me. I call Clue.
Okay, but
Brenda, and
you don't participate in the drama. You don't do the poking. You don't say nothing about nobody, even though they come at you and beat you up all the time because you're the punching bag according to you. But here you are.
Cletus's name is the ruthless toothless. The part she said about Chris, you notice she's like, he never told me he cried, but I know he has. Actually, that's funny that you mentioned that because unfortunately, I didn't mean to do this. I did.
I heard Chris Proudfoot on a. Never mind. I can't.
I'm sorry about that, girl. No, I'm sorry.
That man was telling a story about Sebastain, and if you couldn't hear the hurt and the tears in his voice, then I don't know what to tell you.
She lost it, but her spouse comes in.
Okay, I don't want
Get
to
really mean.
give this moon any.
Strawberry 4 times a day for 2 months straight, and her children first. You just sound like you put. That's what I said.
Sinners in her chat. Of course.
Don't come at me talking about what I look like, looking like this. Josh.
This is Brittany not participating in anything, by the way.
Speaking of the lemon.
Yeah, he's in there.
He had some big things to say about nonsense today.
Oh, really?
That's going to make it awkward for some of her people that go in there to support him.
Mm-hmm.
Glad I'm not one of those. That's just me, though. Anyway, I think
I didn't listen to him, so
I listened to a few minutes of it.
Jay Leno.
I probably will then, just out of curiosity.
All right. Well, I'm going to hop down. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming up, dear.
We'll see you later. Bye.
Oh, yeah, she's always in his chat, too. Yeah, super chats him, too. Then she goes to her channel and, begs for the money back.
Hey, all right. I'm going. I'll be live on the main channel. Brittany,
Okay.
Chris agrees. Why don't you put your camera directly in front of you instead of 10 feet above your Hamburglar ass head? Don't want to see in your knee of a chair. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. All that crap she talks about somebody and freaking no. I'll be live on the main channel in just a little bit, guys. Join me over there. She'll be knocking lamps off tables when she turns around with that. I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh, Clue will handle you, honey. Rightfully so. Anyway, so yeah, that was an hour we can't get back. Sorry, guys. I'm working on for tomorrow. I've got some receipts. I want to show some things that people have said, but I want to show you what really happened. I was working on that today, and we will do that tomorrow. Julie's back at it. Of course, she never shuts up. But there's a couple other people that I found that I want to show you some things of for tomorrow. I was sent some interesting videos. And there's this CNY or CYN family something or other. We're going to look at her tomorrow. Some shit there. Some real shit there. Um, and yeah, there's some other things I do want to show you. There's a couple, like I said, there were some videos. Now, why won't it go to my live? There were some videos that were sent to me, and I want to share them. And there's some other stuff, like I said, I've been working on. Hey, LFT. I'm behind. Hi to all, and have a number of thoughts. There's a lot going on. Yeah, Brittany's just, I mean, come on, man. Just, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want nothing to happen to the girl. And I don't know, maybe just take a day or two off. Who knows? But she's making it more than what it needs to be. And, she's made it part of her grip now. So that's not going to change. But, she don't beg. But, yeah, she does. Anyway. Did she not simply say she fell asleep because she laid down with the boys? Truly asking, because I know that's happened to her. No, she said she was waiting on her power to come back on. That she lost her power. Now, when you lose your power, you lose your internet. You're not streaming without internet. But anyway, and she said when she woke back up an hour or an hour and a half later, she went back into her StreamYard and ended the stream, which it might have still showed her live. But I don't know. I'm going to try it tomorrow and see what happens. I really am. I'm just curious because I know when my power went out, I lost everything and I had to restart a whole nother stream. So I don't know. Maybe yours is different. I don't know. But instead of just, and she couldn't answer all the concerned calls because her phone was also dead. Yes. Yeah, everything was battery dead. So without power, you have no internet and, you have no, I think she should just, instead of just saying, hey, I fell asleep. You didn't have to make up this other shit to say as you go along. That's what makes it so bad. And that's why people talk about it. And because it's really a habit, it's really like, it happens consistently. And, like I said, could be that you just need some rest. I don't know. Who knows with that one. But I'm not going to diagnose her. I just think that it's concerning. And, people were worried when they couldn't reach her, I mean, people at their panel too. But then she did that again last night, on her second live. She supposedly was taking care of something with a family member and just left her live for, and people, had to say goodnight and leave. And yeah, she comes back and whatever. Okay. But yeah, I think, I don't know. I don't want to be accused of shading her recovery because I'm not. My hat's off to her for that. I'm just saying there's an issue. Don't know what it is. Not going to say what just saying there is and address it and stop this. But she's not doing the drama anymore. She gave us a speech about that. And then she's now referring to her situation like Candace Bergen's from Full House. I'm not pronouncing her last name right. I know I'm not. But, she is a very strict, hardcore Christian. I mean, very. And, she's been through a lot being a child actor and all the things she went through, in her life. So, and she's been, I guess, harassed and bullied, but Brittany's now comparing herself to her and played her 12-minute video because that's like Brittany's life. And that's what's happening to Brittany, by the way. Or so Brittany says. For the record, like Kathy P, I'm not implying an issue. I just assumed it was something similar to what's happened before. Yeah, she fell asleep. Bottom line. Bottom line, she fell asleep. It seems like if it's exhaustion, it would be easy to maybe just have a stream cutoff time. Like I'll stream until midnight only for a while or something. She seems adverse to actually looking for solutions. Yes, because it's now become part of her grift. And I don't care what she says, it's part of her grift. Oh, I'm the victim. They're attacking me. They're accusing me of this, accusing me of that. Well, if the shoe fits, that's all I can say. I don't know. I'm not. That's all I can say. But I am going to end this because I've been on here forever, and my hubby's pacing, and I was supposed to start watching TV with him at 8:30. But yeah, I will be back sometime tomorrow. I'll try to get an early stream in. If not, it may be a later one because I know Toasty. I don't know if Toasty's going live tomorrow or not. But there's no school, so I got the littles. But I will try to work out a stream sometime tomorrow. But thank you all for hanging with me. I know a lot don't care about, aren't into the Karen Reed TurtleBoy stuff, but things are going to start heating up. Trial's going to be starting in a few months. And I won't be able to stream the trial because I can't commit to being there every day, all day, not with littles. So I will be doing highlights and stuff like that. But I'm working on a chronological order of all the stuff that's been going on with the TurtleBoy antics and the Karen Reed antics. And we'll be doing another live about that to catch up to speed before the trial starts. But yeah, thank you all for joining me. Thank you for the gifted memberships. I appreciate that. Thank you for the Cash App, the $5 Cash App. I appreciate that. And the Super Chat. But I'll see you guys on these YouTube streets. You be safe out here. Night all.